That's what her voice sounds like.
Who?
Janae.
Oh, and she added them little things.
Yeah, so
I said, girl.
Her voice sounds like a sound bath. It doesn't sound like anything. Doesn't sound terrible.
She purposely makes music at those frequencies to sound like a sound bath, but it's just like.
What is a sound bath?
With the ringing that you're hearing.
Oh, that's called a sound bath?
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to help with like relaxation. I'm gonna tell you, they did one at this Facebook creators like conference before they started. Marcus was like, I looked over at him afterwards. He was like, I needed that.
Oh, the green came out okay.
The green?
For Joe?
Oh, look great. You recommended it. I had the camera off center though. I didn't realize it until I watched it.
I just saw it right now.
I was like, Kevin.
Yeah, because I toggled through them, but they were. I sent you guys the link.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I toggled through them, and that was the one that didn't look washed out. But I think that's iPhone, unfortunately. That's where iPhone kind of slips up. Is like
when it's actually like
crazy lighting that you can't control.
They're like, hey, all right, now we do one thing well, which is
sun and
lights. Right. We could do sun and lights.
Water or anything?
No, I got this big old thing of water. I was about to say, actually, yeah, no.
See, that's a perfect example of another song starting, and it could have been a bridge, could have been a vamp. Yeah. How am I supposed to know?
You need some arrangement. Give me an arrangement.
She doesn't. That's why her albums sound like one long song. Yes.
I could do jazz class to this.
I can
sashay,
shape.
sashay, stretch, lengthen out, down, up, pirouettes.
You're a dancer for real, Angel.
Yeah. I was thick then too, but I was dancing. Nah. Okay.
Ote. Have you said yes or no on water?
Do we have enough? Do I need to order some more?
We're about halfway through these hints. The just is out.
Okay, I gave it a try. I did.
You said we're halfway through hints and just is out?
Just is out.
Okay, let me put my phone on silent.
We're halfway through the Perrier's. Blackberry watermelon.
Blackberry.
Blackberry
I thought you were saying there's blackberry watermelon Perrier. I was like, bro.
Like, what? Since when?
Do you guys need anything from the grocery store from here? Do you want anything?
From the what? The grocery store?
Yeah, I'm about to order some more water and stuff. Is there anything that you would like personally?
In this refrigerator?
Or in the cabinets?
I'm trying to think of something non-perishable because I was about to be like apples. No, I'm good.
Do you prefer a certain type of water?
Someone with a high TDS and a. I'm just kidding.
What?
I like what you got. The Nestle is good.
Is there enough Nestle back there on top of the refrigerator?
Like half a case.
All right. What's TDS, Josh?
Oh, it's not Nestle. It's Ralph's. But there's some Ralph's. Actually, there's a little case of Hint up there. I see now.
Oh yeah, I brought that from home.
What am I trying to do? Good morning, everybody.
I don't know. I was watching this show called Down to Earth, and they had a water sommelier in West Hollywood, and they did water tasting.
That's a thing?
And I was just like, well, Bald and the Beautiful are doing that.
A water sommelier is a thing.
They opened up a water bottle that was the only one of its kind in America. He's the only person that gets it, and it had a high TDS. That's the thing. You gotta find water with high TDS.
Okay,
what
you've
the
been
rich
deep
say.
on YouTube, Josh.
Huh?
You've been deep on
It's
YouTube
on
again.
Netflix, Kim. Zac Efron starred in it. Anna Kendrick's in it.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
I feel like I could be a water sommelier. I feel like I have a very sensitive palate.
I was telling nobody believes.
I want you guys to do it so I can try the water too.
Everybody, I'd be telling people that you can taste. I need to want to
100%,
do
bro.
it.
Arrowhead's that dirt.
Taste Arrowhead.
I can taste.
And
I can
people
taste
believe that.
Dasani. I can taste.
You can?
Yes.
I can taste the Sonic.
Dasani tastes like
Dasani's
old Coke
doo-doo.
bottles that they
Dasani's
put
doo-doo.
water in. That they were like, let's just rinse it out and then put some new water in and remove the Coke thing.
They said spring water is the best, and Fiji for the price is the best.
Because that's all I be drinking is Fiji. That is my
Fiji's fine.
Fiji
favorite.
tastes
Then I
much
saw-
better cold than it does.
I saw what a 12-pack of 2-liter Fijis was talking about at Whole Foods the other day. I was like, I'll just take whatever's in
It's
the house.
so expensive, but if I ever go into a gas station to get water, it's Fiji. And
Always.
You're not buying a case of Fiji though.
I mean, not right now, but like, listen, 2021,
Oh yeah.
I'm with, I got the Fiji sitting on the countertop. Oh my gosh. Yes, Aquafina, disgusting. I love me some Fiji. I do. That's exactly what she That's exactly what she sounds like.
She blocked me.
Yes,
Now,
ransom faves.
now-
Fiji and Vos.
Fly.
oh, now I got to.
Vos are my favorite.
Now watch, she gonna be like, I blocked you on accident. Now I'm gonna block you on purpose.
Now I'm gonna block you on the purpose. Everybody's been liking the sketch.
It's so funny. I watch it a million times. I said, this so funny. The people make me laugh.
Shantae. No, no, it's not.
So great.
I don't know. What you're talking
Everybody's
about.
like, y'all should just do sketches for fun. And then it's like,
You like it's a lot of money.
that's a lot.
Oh, I know. I used to be a part. Well, I still am of a sketch team. We definitely were not doing that much production because we knew how much it cost.
It runs a lot.
And you all actually have the right you have the people that actually do that job doing their job. We had to learn those jobs so that if we weren't in the sketch, I'd be on sound.
Yeah.
And
And that comes out to keep your distance budget. If not, then you're just paying for
Right.
sketches to like these. That's what people don't understand sometimes. Those sketches are a means to an end.
Yeah.
That's a marketing sketch. Now, a sketch for a sketch sake. See, I don't know if I can do it with these teeth in.
It's a lot. You're going to have to really.
My list. That's why I be taking. But what happens is I talk so much in stuff that I just be taking them out,
If you pop,
and then I be
Then you
taking
don't
them out.
then you don't have them in. And
then I don't have them in.
you might have to do the reverse time period where you just do them at night.
Oh, I do them at night for sure, but I can't do it. The list is too strong.
Yeah, we don't. For the
You
bonus.
tripping.
Save it for the bonus.
I can't do it. It drives me crazy.
Crazy.
But what happens is if you don't, oh god,
Hey.
if you don't do it enough, when you put the new tray in, it hurts.
That's what I'm saying. You got to one day push through, Ken.
But my list, what will I do about my list?
They will listen to your lisp.
They will lisping.
They will lisping. Lisping
That's Beyonce's best.
to the lisp here in my heart. The melody that burns from time to time. Lisping.
Lisping is hilarious.
I am tripping over my words. I might sound absurd with this trait. Oh. Yes, that's the reason why I asked. I said that was the reason I asked the question. Are these sketches helping with?
They are though.
Well,
you
yeah.
can literally see a ticket bump when the moment they're posted.
Yeah.
On YouTube and Facebook, you can see a bump at 6 a.m. But the other thing is, when you're dealing with black people, it's an awareness play that doesn't take place. People bought the ticket in their mind on Tuesday,
Right.
but they're like, I'm actually going to get it on Friday.
Yeah.
Or they forget. So it's kind of hard to tell.
What's the schedule for there's a couple more left. What's
There's
the
just one more now.
Did you already drop the one with you and Tony?
I did it on Monday.
Oh, I missed that.
It's okay. It's the algorithm, which we're going to talk about.
Yes, we are.
Oh, yeah. Ready?
When's the last one dropping?
Thursday.
Oh, shucky ducky quack quack.
Shucky ducky quack quack. Oh, shucky ducky.
Whoa.
Quinn Walters.
Chase.
Great actress and great pie maker. And her dad taught her how to cook. You don't hear that much.
No, you don't.
Unless people are talking about frying fish or grilling, I can count on one hand how many women I know whose dad taught them how to cook, like regular stuff.
Yeah.
Quinn, my homegirl Cheryl, that's actually it. Everybody else learned from their mom or grandma.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I find it rare that folk be saying their dad taught them anything.
My dad taught me how to do a lot of stuff. Well, he tried. He was like, I'm going to teach you how to change oil. I was like, you're good, my boy.
One of my
right.
You don't want to learn how to change the oil?
What?
It was for me, it was a fun thing to do, man. Maybe I was old when I was in high school.
I love learning how to change a tire. Now that
Changing the tire was very valuable. I felt like such a man when Melissa's tire went flat. Even though she knew how to change it, she was like, can you change that? I changed it in the rain. And I was like, yes, this is great for me.
yeah,
I made a mess change the oil one time, and that was the last time I ever changed the oil, though.
It's just no reason.
I definitely
Yeah.
don't want to do that.
There's literally
For
no
$20.
reason.
I don't even
but
like
I didn't
to
have the
take
20 though.
my car to get an oil change.
I don't
That's
either.
I'm like, Marcus, do it. He just.
By the
keeps
way, I
focusing
just
on
got the first Maserati car note bill in. I changed my mind.
it. Yeah, like it was.
It was
fun.
fun when I was driving it and I had no responsibilities.
Yeah, but now.
But because
They didn't give you the first month free? Normally
they did. But I'm saying like the bill's coming for this month.
Oh, hilarious.
Yeah, I know.
Is
The time doesn't
Do
came.
you feel like it was worth it?
Absolutely. It just
Okay.
was better to drive it before I had to make a payment on it.
No
Okay.
shot you set the auto pay up for that one.
Oh, auto pay. I don't want to be reminded about what I've done.
So you can cry. At least
All
I
right.
would. I'd be like, why?
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Kevin on stage. Welcome to Here's the Thing. These are my friends. She's
That chick
and
angel.
it's another podcast episode banging on you for the
Another
2020.
banger.
Smash that
Banging
like
on
button.
you, MFs,
Smash that
all
notification button.
2020.
Subscribe.
Hopefully
5 stars on Apple
2021.
Podcasts.
Banger.
I don't know about the other
What
podcast
are you
things if
doing?
they have star ratios or not.
Star something.
And
for us.
also, if you don't like the intro, shove it up your butt.
Oh, and
Hey,
your
hey,
butt.
Because the stage crew likes it. People who are watching live on this Patreon, they like you. They come back and watch it again
To see the edit.
to see the edit. And if you don't like it, you don't have to shove it up your butt. You can just fast forward.
That-
Remember,
that's
you're
what I
in
was
control of your content. You can see the explosion. Just double tap.
But are they in control?
Oh,
Yeah.
we'll talk about
Not
that.
gonna-
Oh.
Before we get started, a couple announcements. Merch is here.
Please buy us
Okay,
merch.
we
Please buy
got
us merch.
the Clapper logo.
hungry.
You guys decided that this is the Stage Crew logo. This is the people's decision.
Oh, that's their logo?
They found the emoji.
Patreon made
It's
that?
perfect.
Patreon people started using
Shouts to
this
the
on
Patreon.
Zoom, so we've adopted the Clapper as our logo. We got that hoodie. We got that in
A
Stage Crew
t-shirt.
T-shirt. If you're on Patreon, you have access to the manager. You know, you got that. Don't worry, I'm updating the stock. You guys bought it out crazy. I didn't even realize it was sold out.
Look at them. Look at them.
We got the updated Stage Crew regular logo hoodie. Okay?
Yeah.
I like it.
Keep your distance shirt.
Love it.
like that.
Scooby-Doo.
I
While
like
I'm
the-
on that, this show this Friday,
Hey! You
starring That
sound
Chick
good.
Angel, Zaynab,
Angel.
Shantae, Wayans, Alicia Cooper, Cornelia Stradwick, and
Did you already say John A?
and Johnny. Here's the Thing shirt. It's what I'm wearing.
I like that.
Okay.
Here's
In
the
tan and in
Here's the thing in
green.
green.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's a good green.
The thing.
and Stage Crew shirt. Same as the hoodie. If you're a regular person, it's gonna look like this. If you're a manager, you're gonna have that on the back.
Thing. Here's the
Oh,
Oh, we
and
got
my
more?
favorite, embroidered hoodie. There's only 10 of these.
Oh,
it's
price is up. Oh, there's only
embroidered.
10 of these.
Embroidered. There's
I
only
was
10 in
wondering
each
why it
side.
was so small.
That
Yeah.
thing's going to sell out right now.
People don't want to pay the extra $5 for the embroidery, even though the embroidery
It was
costs
only
an
No,
extra
stage
$10. It's
crew.
only $5
For
My hoodies are
$5
$35.
That's so cheap.
You'd be hard pressed to find an influencer with hoodies for
You've
$35.
been trying to buy our own friends' hoodies that are not $35.
I buy
bro.
$80 hoodies from my friends all of the time.
$35
that are
for
not
hoodies?
embroidered.
How are you getting your hoodies? So he got some.
I'm
some
just not marking them
information.
up. I'm just not marking them up. Hoodies are more expensive.
Yes.
Definitely more expensive.
And I just don't
100%.
mark them up as much as I could.
How much are your shirts?
You know, they're 25.
Let me tell y'all right now.
Don't worry
When I
about
start dropping merch, it's not gonna be them prices. It's not gonna be.
You
no.
don't have to, Angel. I'm a man of the people. I never want to take advantage of my people.
I am a
want you to
woman
have
of the people, but I don't get my shirts for cheap enough to do.
I'll give you
for
my
the-
guy.
You give me.
I'll give you my guy. I got a guy.
Ooh.
I got a guy.
You know what? Somebody asked if there's pink Here's the Thing shirts, and I was thinking, actually, since it's breast cancer month, maybe we can do for this month only.
That's a good idea, but
It's too late.
It's
by
too
the
late.
time you get them, it's going to be.
But
It's
you
already
know
the
what?
6th
Gonna be November.
today.
One day we'll do red, maybe. Yeah.
For
No?
Delta?
Just for me, I love red.
Oh, red's my favorite color.
Mine too.
Yeah, it changed though.
Why?
Oh, keep your distance masks. Totally forgot about that. These are actually sold out. So
Oh, I would like that one, though.
okay, you can have that.
Thank you.
He said this one's actually.
Okay, I'll grab it after.
There's
It's
no
okay.
way.
I'll grab it after.
All right. Thank you for bearing with us through the announcements. I'm working on promoting during my stuff. And
job.
now we'll talk about the end of humanity
As we know it.
as we know it. My wife turned on a documentary called The Social Dilemma the other day. I had heard about it on Twitter, but everything I was reading was very ominous. So I turned it on, and it's like half documentary, half reenactment.
I was confused at first.
Me too. I was like, is this a movie or a
'Cause I was like,
documentary
you're
or
definitely
what?
a Netflix show, though.
And here's the thing. Whew!
Was it a lot for you?
It was a lot. Like, I knew tech companies were stealing our data. That I was aware of. I was not aware of how stealing our data is like step one.
Yeah.
They have hit 300 grand slams with our data.
Yes. Yeah.
The fear is predictive outcomes. They are using our data. We all wondered, like, how does Instagram suggest something that I just thought about? Not only they're listening, they're saying, hey, Kevin keeps trying to lose weight. Now he's going to this trail. He's spending an hour and a half up there. Maybe I'll suggest to him a backpack with water.
Yeah.
Because I'd be thinking, I should carry water out here, but I don't want to carry something in my hand.
Yeah.
So the algorithm says, what's over here? Trail, spends an hour and a half. They're tracking me. You know, like your phone be like, hey, when you get in
Yeah.
my car, it'd be like 20 minutes here. Who said I was going here?
Yeah.
Who told me? I'm not saying I go there.
But I
then
am going.
do be going there.
Right.
And then it's very valuable to be like, oh, it's only 18 minutes to the office.
How'd you know I was
The machines.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing that was crazy, and I want to hear your thoughts about the doc. The way I thought the election was stolen and hacked by foreign officials. What they suggest happened is far worse.
Nah.
Far worse. I'm talking way far worse. They believe that foreign, agents influence the election by actually influencing people,
Yeah.
not tricking them.
And by
Right.
utilizing the tools that are available to anyone
Anybody.
and everyone that are using the platform today.
yeah, I use them to promote comedy shows.
Right. I mean, that's how our beloved president, Barack Obama, won.
Oh, so I thought it was going to go a different direction.
Social media?
Yes, he admits that he had the most well thought out social media and digital campaign than any one of his obviously predecessors, and that is granted, he was also very qualified. He was endearing, all those things, but he used the algorithm, his team, to get him into the election, and then Russia was like, here's an idea.
And then Trump did it way more. There's another documentary on Netflix that talks about Trump's campaign specifically and how they targeted, like, if you lived in Kentucky.
Stage crew saying the hack?
The hack. The hack. If you lived in Kentucky and they wanted to push you, they'd say, hey, have you crossed over this bridge in Paducah? And you're like, yeah, dang. Yes, I have. Or our team's going to fix it. And you're like, what? Like they were that meta about it, right?
Yeah.
So you have Trump campaign, and they spent
Money,
millions
because they get that money.
and millions and millions. But here's the thing that really freaked me out, and it made me realize, I know we all live in an echo chamber, but when they said that when you Google something like, is climate change real? Depending on where you live, you get a different answer.
Yeah.
Angela Kedemore Tanks, the actress. What is truth? Now, Wikipedia, they say, really just gives you, if I look up Angel, it's going to be Angel.
Yeah.
She's a woman, married, 4 kids, actress. Google and Facebook, they're just giving the answer that they think you want to hear.
Right.
Highest
Which
bidder.
just, yes. And
Yeah.
the highest bidder can be 38 cents.
Bro.
Yeah.
But
So
when you do 38 cents times millions,
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a lot of money.
man, I need that money. And so in the documentary part, the reenactment part, they showed that kid, like, basically how his mind was changed by social media. And then I was like, this is why it's hard. It feels like this year or the last 4 years, maybe even the last 6 to 8, since Facebook, it's harder and harder to have conversations with people because everyone is more entrenched in their beliefs.
Yes.
Because that's all. It's just enforced.
Yeah. Yeah. There are certain things that were definitely eye-opening about the documentary, but there were also a lot of things that just reinforced what I was already believing. You know, I'm not, to be a social media influencer, I am not on social media
You ain't.
that much. And a lot of it has to do with what I feel like I'm being fed.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, I've always said I don't like to feel like I'm being manipulated.
Yeah.
And you can kind of, I know they say they do it without a trace, but it feels like I can kind of feel it because I'm like, why am I seeing this? Like, what is this? Why? And especially because while I'm a person that wants to be politically active and wants to do the right things politically, when I start seeing things that I feel like really are talking to like policies that I'm thinking about, I'm like, why you do? And especially because they give me what they think I will sway to.
Yeah.
And I, like the woman with the green hair at the end, I try to make sure I'm seeing both sides of it, because if I'm just being fed what I think I want to hear, I'm pretty sure somebody's eventually lying. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody's eventually lying to me.
Absolutely.
And it used to just be the news. It used to just be the news manipulating us. Now it's the news plus advertisers.
Plus social media.
Well,
Yes,
there's no
like-
regulation on that.
There's no regulation. And the fear is, like, to your point, it's not new.
Yeah.
Right? TV's been like that. CNN and Fox News have been like that for years.
Radio.
Right? But radio like that too. But we didn't spend as much time watching
Right.
those channels.
Right.
We watched a lot of TV for a long time. And now with social media, it's much more efficient with articles and banner ads. And then you think you feel like, I'm seeking out information, right? I'm gonna go read this. Like,
Yeah.
I might even follow some people from the other side of the thing. But the algorithm is like, but you don't really want to hear
You
that,
don't
do you?
really want them.
And do we? We don't really want to be challenged as much as we want to be confirmed that we're right. That feels much better. Like, I remember I interviewed the Donald Trump supporter black girl.
Yeah, the black girl.
And she pointed to something that was really interesting. Remember that kid in D.C., that Catholic school that went to D.C., and they were the guy was banging the drum, and the Native American's face, and then the kids surrounding him. It was like the show off.
Uh-huh.
She said, so on my timeline, it's all, this kid is wrong and disrespectful. Natives, we with y'all. And she was like, on her timeline, it's all, these kids were doing nothing wrong, and these adults came and took advantage of these kids. And I was like, I didn't see that once. And she was like, I didn't see your thing once. And I said, what you talking?
What you talking about?
And I didn't realize that is the machines
Yeah.
doing. Because and now, like, it's funny because I have my notifications on Instagram, but only people I follow. So I'm playing FIFA, like, I'm unplugging. And then I see the little buzzer, and I'm like, I don't know. They're trying to get me to pick up my phone.
Yeah.
And I even realized how it works in my benefit. For me, like, Instagram, if you watch my videos or your videos,
Right.
or your videos, Josh, don't be posting.
I don't be uploading.
Yeah, he's
But
like, I'm just being honest.
If the algorithm says, "Oh, this person loves that chick Angel," if I serve them her videos 2 days from 2 days ago, they're more likely to watch.
Yeah.
And if they're more likely to watch, then maybe they go to stories, and then they're more likely to see an ad. And that's why I was like, that's why the algorithm is showing my videos from 2 days ago, because people who follow me want to watch them. And is it really me, or is it the machines telling the people that they like me?
No, it's and the thing is, as content creators, we play into this dilemma. We are cranking out content left and right to get people addicted to our content, so that people are like, did y'all drop something? Did you drop something?
And keep doing that.
He's like, keep watching it. But I definitely, it is perplexing that I don't know why we don't see it happening. Like, I do feel like there is a great divide. Like, they were
Yeah.
showing the graph of how there's more of a split.
Yeah.
And I hear it. I feel it. I remember I had this conversation. It was a tough conversation. I know my girlfriend was nervous about what was about to come out of my mouth. But she was saying how on CNN, they, when all the Republicans caught the coronavirus out in the Rose Garden, they were calling it the Rose Garden Massacre. And I was like, why would they use such terms? I was like, yes, a bunch of unintelligent people caught the coronavirus. Why would it be called the massacre? Why are they using this language? Why are they trying to incite this like sense of fear? And she was like, I mean, no, but it was a massacre. And I was like, see, they are trying to get you to stand so flat-footed in your beliefs as a liberal, and not to say that you don't have great beliefs, but that anything that anybody who's not liberal, if they do it, if they do anything, it's seemed as this terrible thing, when it actually might not be some terrible thing. But like, that's the way you're going to see it regardless. And she was like, are you trying to say you're voting for Trump? I'm like, no, that's not. That's not what I'm saying. But everything is blown to that extent that it just riles us up. It doesn't matter. We were talking about the whole good boys stand. What did he say?
Proud Boys.
Proud Boys. Thank
Stand
you.
by
You,
and
see,
stand by.
you hear what I said? The good old boys. Stand back and stand by. Stand up, y'all. Then do your thing.
Stand by me.
Stand back and stand by, right? And she was like, you see, that was a call. There was a call to action. I said, let me tell you something. These white boys that he's talking to have been standing by for a very long time. It wasn't just him. She was like, no. I said, you've been in your bubble out here in California. In the middle of the world, they've been waiting.
Oh my!
They've been.
You from
waiting.
Kentucky? You know.
I was like, honey, they've been waiting. They didn't just get on stands. They've been waiting. She's like, I was like, the big difference is that now, because of this divide, finally people who have been in their liberal bubble are seeing that, racism has been existing. You now have to open your eyes. I was like, the racists have not changed. They have been very consistent throughout time. I'm like, it's the people who try to say it doesn't exist, but the way media is manipulating it, it's like all of a sudden these racists are getting guns and they've had all the guns and they've had all the bullets this entire time.
They have been waiting. Now, the difference I feel like, and to your point, I do agree they've already been standing back and standing by. The good boys stand up.
Yes, that's what it's called from now on. The good boys stand up.
You probably haven't had a president in a while directly mention something like that, even though Biden was the one who actually said proud boys. Here's what I want to say to that end. This may come out wrong, but I realize I was an Obama supporter the way Trump supporters are Trump supporters.
Yeah.
Like, I was turn a blind eye.
Yeah.
Now, in my defense, Obama had nearly tan suit was, you remember tan suit?
No, I don't even remember that.
Obama wore a tan suit on Easter.
Okay, when you said tan suit, that made that one word.
Oh.
I was like, who's tan suit? I don't know who tan suit is.
What's her
Boy,
name?
stand up. Who's tan suit?
Who's tan
I'm
suit?
curious
I
to
was
see
like,
what you
that's
gonna
an
be like with
Asian
yours.
man. That's what I thought. Tan suit. So he done did something with the Asians, and the people were pissed off. I didn't know nothing about it. What the tan suit do? Who's his wife?
When
Pay
Angel
him.
is 60 years old, there's no telling what she's
Oh,
gonna be
no.
called. She ain't gonna call you Joshua no more. Jeremy, get over there.
Oh,
and-
he's been Jeremy in my head several times. He's been Jeffrey because I got a Jeffrey, and then I'd be like, I call Jeffrey Josh, Jeffrey.
Because
Listen,
I know a Jeffrey. I met a Jeffrey in the parking lot.
right? It's the same. Jeffrey is the boy that shoots my stuff. When I need to hire somebody to do stuff, it's Jeffrey. And if I need to hire other people, I can go to Fiverr. Fiverr is a
Okay,
way that
Angel.
we work together.
my
Seemingly changed. The way we work together seemingly changed overnight. And there's one thing we've learned is having access to the right resources is essential for adapting our businesses. Fiverr's online marketplace connects businesses with freelancers offering hundreds of digital services, including graphic design, copywriting, web programming, film editing, and more. I have used Fiverr so much, especially during the pandemic, to design things, to freshen up logos and whatnot. So
I
Fiverr
got
is
my
one
Kev
of
on Stage Studios thing that we put in some of our pristine content from Fiverr.
Yeah.
It was a great experience.
and they're so fast. I got the Angel Wings logo from Fiverr. Like, I am a huge fan. Okay.
And they have professionals on there.
Yeah.
They got like professional graphic designers, editors,
Absolutely.
all type of stuff. And as we grow and change, you can't do everything yourself.
No, I surely can't. I'm about to drop some merch, and we're doing the getting the marketing together. We going to Fiverr to get it done, okay? So whether you're launching your first business, scaling your current business, or in need of extra support to complete a project, Fiverr's global, I am just tripping over all these words. Fiverr's global network of on-demand freelance talent is here to help.
Tom.
Angels all over the place. You'll know exactly what you're paying for upfront. No negotiation needed. You will have access to freelancers who have worked with some of the most influential brands in the world. So check out Fiverr.com and receive 10% off your first order today by using our code SK.
SK.
Find all the digital services you need in one place at Fiverr.com, code SK.
SK.
Again, that's Fiverr.com, code SK.
Na. That was top 10.
I
Transitions.
totally
I walked
forgot
into the
we
screen
had
door
ads.
for the first time.
I was so entrenched in the conversation. I was like, oh, hi there.
I was like, yeah, this dude Jeffrey gets it.
Yeah,
This dude
yeah,
called
but
Josh
like-
a couple times. Okay, it's
Somebody in Patreon said Kev should just be happy that the competition is over. It is. I
it's
don't
been
even
done.
try anymore.
don't
When I do Dear Kev, I just be like, here comes the ad. I say words and people give me money. I say words. I am done. Promo code. I just can't do it. I be forgetting. I was just really talking and you did that. And I was like,
What happened?
SK stands for Stage Crew.
Stage
SK.
crew. Yeah, I was tripping I was dancing all over those words.
were
I was like,
sleepwalking
tan suit. But yes, manipulation. I don't see it as grim because documentaries like this make us aware. We still have the power to change our actions.
Yeah.
We still have the power to say, you know what? I'm going to unplug. I know it's hard and then it will be like withdrawal, but like we have the power to do that. So that's the reason why I feel like, wow, yes, this, what do they call it? AI, artificial intelligence is going to work harder and harder to keep us glued to all this stuff. We can still, that's the one thing about humans. We, defy sometimes the odds, and I think
Yeah.
we can do that in this way. I know with my kids, which sucks because I feel like we were doing good jobs, as parents, because my son was only allowed to get on his tablet on the weekends. He's not on any social media other than YouTube. YouTube is addictive. But now because of COVID, because he's not able to be around friends, we let him be on his iPad during the week. So that's the only thing that sucks is that I feel like the parameters we had set were like really strong to keep him from getting addicted too early.
Yeah.
But now he ain't got no friends. I'm like, yeah, I guess this is your only. I'm not gonna play with you. So I kind of gotta give you this because what else is
You ain't
there?
gonna get no cars out and do this with little Marcus.
Absolutely, and
Zion
he don't
Kai?
even want to do it. He listen, no,
Girl said,
no.
I'm not gonna play with you.
No, I'm not.
Go on and get on your little
Get on
iPad
with it. I'm
machine.
over here editing and giving people boosters to their heroin addiction to Facebook. I
We're
got to do
drug
it.
dealers, Angel.
Yeah. I was doing Facebook and Instagram lives every single day.
You still doing that?
No, I've been so busy. I haven't done much at all. I've just been
That's
so
okay.
It is. I feel bad though because it was like a thing that I had set up as you can count on this content every day. And
You
now
can't
I'm
count on
like
it?
I'm like, y'all, I was in a meeting and Amar was yelling. I don't have the time to get on here.
Listen, if we're gonna sell drugs, I want to be Pablo.
It's gonna be. What was it? Blue Magic?
I got Blue Magic's Frank Lucas.
But I want to actually
No, that's Frank Lucas. No way,
Yeah,
is that
it's-
Breaking Bad?
No, Frank Lucas. Blue Magic is Frank Lucas.
What did Breaking Bad people sell?
I didn't watch that.
Hold on. Oh my God.
I know not why.
On purpose?
No, it wasn't like I'm not gonna watch that. It
Angel,
was just like
arguably top 10,
Top 5.
top 5
It's
TV
second to
sitcoms.
me after The Wire.
I can believe that.
You ain't seen The Wire, have you?
I told you I did one episode and I was like, this voice. But I could watch Breaking Bad.
I think you will enjoy, as an actress, I think you will enjoy Breaking Bad.
I think I will enjoy it just because I want to sell real drugs.
Story arc alone, though, in the character development, it's top tier.
Yeah, I believe it. I want.
It is a
to-
5-season arc of Walter White, going from lowly chemistry teacher with cancer to ultimate drug lord.
Yeah.
And now, no, the thing I like the most about Breaking Bad is there's no wasted motion. What are your favorite TV dramas?
I don't know, Kevin. That's a question that I don't know the answer to. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, okay. I feel like anything that I loved is gone now.
Well, it has to be current.
I know, but then I have to go back in my mind and remember when I was like, oh yes, I love this. I can't even.
I can rattle off so many for you.
say and I'll tell
The
you.
Wire,
Okay, yeah. I didn't,
Breaking Bad,
I didn't,
The Sopranos.
I
The
didn't watch
Office.
that.
That's ain't no drama. Boardwalk Empire seasons 1 and 2.
Didn't watch that either.
Game of Thrones 1 through 5 were
Yeah,
really
Game
great.
of Thrones. I did like you said 1 through 5.
It fell off. Once they ran out of George R.R. stuff, they was like, we don't know how to do this as well.
Oh my God, there was an analogy of like a well drawn
horse?
horse. Yes, that was like this is so true.
It was so good early, and the
Man.
way it ended, I haven't forgiven them.
Oh, because it was trash.
I watched that show prior to me moving to LA, and I loved it. And by
was
the
so
way
good.
it ended, I was like, I don't even want people to know I liked you.
It was they treated Jon Snow like the average
Oh!
black woman.
They-
She saves the world, and then they send her off to some wall by herself. I was like, John, this is the plight of the black woman, honey.
They built up the dog. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. They built up the doggone Jon Snow is Targaryen boy for it to mean absolutely nothing.
Not
in the
a
end.
thing.
It was like half of an episode. Like, what? Who's your dad? That is crazy. Anyway, dragons, White Walkers. And I was like, what you build it up for? And George Martin was like, write another book when I'm already this much more richer?
Right.
Also, no, though.
Not at all. I'm not doing it.
It worked against their favor. But anyway,
I feel like a show that lost potential
like him.
ooh, Dexter too was good.
was Westworld. That first season
Lit.
was flawless.
Yeah, we couldn't stay into the second season.
I checked out.
I
Oh,
was just
man.
like, where are we going with
I
this?
didn't even care that the third one was coming out.
I didn't eat. I was like, oh, cool. The robots are outside.
Yeah, Westworld was very interesting. That one was eerie with all the
the turns in the first one?
So
oh
good.
my.
Yeah.
And that's your boy.
Hey, listen,
That's your boy doing
I
his
said,
good.
Jeffrey,
That's
you in
another
your
reason.
bag.
Jeffrey, Josh, Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah, all of them.
What if you're in a room with Jeffrey Wright, Josh, and you're Jeffrey?
Everybody's Jay. How you doing, Jay? How you doing, baby? So good to see you. I do like Handmaid's Tale, even though
I had to
Handmaid's
stop that.
That was
This
crazy.
is the only thing about Handmaid's Tale. Nothing against white women. But why is this white woman thinking she's about to save the world? She gets away with everything. And then they keep zooming in on her face, which is a very interesting face is the way I'll put it. And they just
Go on, get me some water.
it's a strong face, and they're always so tight in on it. So weird, like right here, right up in here. And I'm like, what is happening? And what world is this the face we want to be tight in on? It'd be frustrating.
She's a great actress, though.
She's an amazing actress, but I don't know why she's the Messiah. I don't understand why she's the Messiah in this movie.
She's white.
There's other white women that make more sense to me, but they're like, she gets away with anything. She's like, I'm going to fight with the security guard. They should have blown your head off. That's what they do. Why are you still alive? So anyways,
She was good in Mad Men, too.
I didn't watch that.
She was good in, not Get Out. His second Get Out. With Lupita.
Cut him up. Thank you.
Oh yeah, Edward Scissor something. The Lakita Chainsaw Massacre.
Ain't there scissors on there?
Said, cut them up.
Ain't there scissors?
There are. That's why
Okay.
it was so funny. Because when you said, I was like, oh no, I do get that. That was literally part of the whole marketing thing.
I'm not mad.
Ozark. Ozark is great.
Ozark is one of my favorites.
Okay. Jason Bateman is playing the same role in a comedy or a drama.
And I love
Then
it.
he's directing.
The only thing I don't like about Ozark, it is so blue.
It is.
I love the color. I
The
love
DP
color.
was like blue.
I'm
They like they
for
shoot
that
it in a
coloring.
freezer. Like y'all are outside.
I love
Ozark
love
is great.
Ozark.
And
I
the
love
Jason
cliffhanger at the
Bateman.
end of this season.
Ozark is one of my favorite pilots of the last 10 years. That first episode, I was like,
Man,
oh,
so much.
Listen,
this
when-
is.
I was shocked and laughed so many times
Oh, yeah.
in that season opener, especially when the boyfriend, the wife's boyfriend, his untimely.
Oh, I literally yelped.
I yelped, and then his response, he said, "Nothing gave me more pleasure than hearing your boyfriend's flesh slap the pavement." I hollered.
Could you imagine though, Marcus cheating on you, you pulling up on him, and the thought falls out of the sky, and your little hoe done fell to her death.
Oh, she's sheepy now. She's so sheepy.
I would be in heaven.
Yeah, I'd
Let
be
Melissa
like,
cheat on me with a fine man. All his muscles did not save him him dead.
he should do push-ups, more
He
push-ups.
should have did more. He should have pushed the ground. Now he deaded. Look at me, bad body. I'm alive. You should cheat with bad body, guys. Your little boyfriend he's just Hillary. Will you marry? That's your boyfriend. He
That's him.
is a fly on the wind. Oh, you know how petty you would be if they killed your side chick, your side man.
Oh yeah, I'm like, there is a God. That's where I went with. There is a God. And he's the one who tossed you down here.
Sits high and tosses low. Yeah, that boy. See, God was already working on my behalf. You was out there sinning. I know we was sinning selling drugs, but you was also cheating on
You
me.
were cheating.
But guess what? He couldn't cheat death.
Come on.
Yeah, that
Yeah, come on. Yeah, that thing had me cracking up. But yes, Ozark is one of
I love Ozark.
one of my
Great show.
favorites.
I like This Is Us too. Somebody on Patreon said This Is Us.
Do not watch it.
You don't watch? Never tried? I fell off. I was like, I'm not crying.
I had auditioned too many times for that show. Okay, and I said, I'm not doing it no more. I'm not watching this.
You take it out on the shows, they don't book you.
Well, listen, especially here's a little tea. One of the writers had actually kind of created a role based off of me. Yes.
Say more things.
Yes. I mean, to the point that when she was, because the way they pitch characters in the room, when they introduce a character that might have somewhat of an arc in there. And so literally she used my headshot to kind of like, when I say based off of me, right?
Really?
So I was like, well, then I'm about to come in here and murder this shit. And there's the thing that a lot of people don't know about auditions is that the casting directors, who are kind of like the gatekeepers, when they do a breakdown, it's their interpretation of who the character is, right? It might not be the producer's interpretation. It might not be the writer's interpretation. It's their interpretation based off of them reading the script. So I go in there and I do my thing, and he's like, oh, let's soften her up. I think she's this way. So I soften her up. Now, granted, I came in as myself, but I softened myself up. And then when I didn't get a call back, I was like, Purse. And because I had already inside like information, they were like, yeah, Angel's character, she was great, but the character was too soft. And I was like, I said, now listen here. I was told that. I was told to make it softer. So I told my people, call them, tell them to bring me back.
Did you really?
Yes. So I went back and I murdered it.
Harder this time?
Huh?
She wasn't as soft?
I went to it the way that I wanted
original
it. Yes.
take?
And I was like, yes, what I'm talking about. And then, what's his name? Sterling. What's the actor? Black dude. The black dude.
Sterling K. Brown.
Sterling K. Brown. They just
Pound Sterling.
what's his name? They
Sterling Silver.
Not Donald.
they hired his wife.
Oh.
Now, mind you, she's a dope actress, so it's not like she wasn't gonna murder the role too. But it was just like, how many things do I need in my favor?
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you right now, Angel.
What? Tell me what.
This is why I build my own stuff. Don't you? Listen, I'm gonna tell you what I'm going to do. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. The same thing Hollywood does, but for my people. Oh, you thought you was gonna get something? You auditioned Angel.
Take
I'm gonna give it to Angel and
I'll
Quinn
take it.
Walters
I'll
and
take
Richie Loco. I'm gonna do it for digital creators because I promise you, I done auditioned. I'm just not built for that work. I'm not.
You said that's
I
not my
can't do it.
personality.
You gotta close off your mind, and I'm like, why am I playing y'all game
Right,
when
for
I
what?
have my own game?
Yeah.
I'm tired.
This is a separate league.
It's a separate. You can have it.
Yeah.
I don't have to win a Grammy, an Oscar, a
Right.
Tony. What's the fourth one?
The
Emmy?
Emmy,
I don't have
the
to win none
EGOT,
of 'em.
Tony. You don't need that.
I want to win, and my stuff is up, and my people can watch it.
Yes.
Now,
Oh, wait a minute, real quick. Let me just clarify because I want you going. Not the person that plays his wife on the show. His literal wife in real life
yeah, she's an actress.
played
Her
the
name
role that is like a character in the flashback. But go on ahead.
is- You got beef with her now?
No, I think Ryan is amazing.
No, she's great. But this is the thing about networks that I realized, especially when I directed a pilot. You have only a little say so, even as
Yes,
the director.
yes.
The person who owns it, they decide everything. Jamie Lee Curtis said this one time. She was like, I auditioned for not Scream, but Psycho. She was like, there were people better than me, but my mom and dad were in the industry. So that little bit of bump of the Variety
that
article, the
head
Deadline
stuff
article
is
saying
real,
this
bro.
person's daughter, it's more than you're a nobody.
Gwyneth Paltrow started in this business playing Wendy in Peter Pan because Steven Spielberg was her godfather. He said, I got something fun you want to do. That was her first role.
And look at her staple in Marvel.
Staple. She
Look.
was in movies in Marvel she didn't even realize. She was in Spider-Man Homecoming, and they shot so many Marvel movies at the same time. She was talking to RDJ and Tom Holland, and they're like, oh, man, you were great in Spider-Man. She was like, I ain't shooting no Spider-Man. They were like, you absolutely did. They were like, no. They had to show her
Hold on.
the end of Spider-Man
Hold on.
Homecoming.
How-
She didn't even know she was in, and she
This-
got paid for it, Joshua.
This-
Didn't even know.
This is how much money she's making. How did that check get lost in other checks of Marvel checks coming in?
Because she's
Yes.
selling vagina candles, too.
She's selling Gucci
Is she really?
candles.
Yes.
Why?
Her company sold
Gooch, what is it called? Goop.
Goop.
Goop is what it's called.
She sold $75 vagina candles.
75?
Yes.
Yes. This is what I'm saying.
That's a gym membership.
I love my mother, but I wish that she had connections. I wish she had connections to make life easier. Like, what do you, other than your tenacity and your entrepreneurship, you've been building this from the ground up. It wasn't like something your mother was able to hand
No.
to you. Like,
No.
I just wish that for me. I wish that I had somebody to give me something, but
Yeah.
I will be giving my kids something via Policy Genius. Shopping for life insurance can seem like a daunting task, but Policy Genius makes it easy. They combine a cutting-edge insurance marketplace with the help of licensed experts to save you time and money. Kevin, I feel as though we have to be responsible, right? As parents
For our children.
for our children. Like, we can't all be Steven Spielberg and give our godchildren like roles in big movies.
No, and we ain't in regular industries.
We not
where we
in-
can just, have our life insurance tied with our work.
Oh my God.
We got to
no.
go out of our way to make sure that we're good.
Out of our way. Okay. And Policy Genius, what they'll do is they'll compare policies starting as little as $1 a day. And you might even be eligible to skip the in-person medical exam. So once you apply, the Policy Genius team will handle all the paperwork and red tape. And the best part is that they work for you. It's not the insurance company, because these insurance companies will tell you some crap just to get the most money in their pocket.
I used to sell insurance. Trust me, I know.
You're like,
We used to
I'd
get
say,
paid doing that.
Okay.
We was lying.
we's lying. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So if you hit any speed bumps during the application process, they'll take care of it. So if you need life insurance, which you do, head to policygenius.com right now and get started. You could save 50% or more by comparing quotes. Policy Genius. When it comes to insurance, it's nice to get it right.
It's nice to get it right.
Get it right.
Now, back on the topic of social media, I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on this. Chrissy Teigen and John Legend
Yes.
unfortunately lost a baby last week
Yes.
sometime. And she put a picture up of her in the hospital and a long, heartfelt post, right? I was actually with Melissa and Mel at the time. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think, because she had been tweeting about her journey and stuff, right? So I have a little bit more knowledge about infertility and stuff now because of the Love Hour. We talked a lot about it, but I hadn't known much prior to that.
Yeah.
After she did that, there was a big debate about the use of social media for moments like that. And a former sports voice who I just don't like, I just won't even say his name. He's like Tommy Loren, but for black people. He got out on the Twitter and was like, oh, you're having the worst moment of your life, and you decide to have a photo shoot. So that created an uproar in society. Most people prior to that were like, I'm so sorry. Like, this is terrible. I feel for you. A lot of women, agreeing. And another person who wasn't famous was like, you think you're going at her, right? To this guy. But really, you're just hurting all the other women who've dealt with something like this that you don't know about because they haven't talked about it publicly, which is what I agree with. And from the Love Hour, I realized it's a lot more prevalent.
Oh, yes, it is.
It's a lot more prevalent than I realized. I only know about the people in my family, right? But it's not something people readily talk about.
They don't talk about it.
You know what I
right.
mean? Like outside of their, husband or immediate family.
Right.
So I'm curious, as a mother, your thoughts on sharing that moment on social media if you are her, or would you do anything like that?
You know what? It's on a case by case thing. Chrissy Teigen doesn't need the publicity, right? You know what I'm saying? She's not. I would not necessarily consider her like a media hungry like person, because she already has a lot of publicity and she's like this funny personality. So seeing her moments after a miscarriage is not like on brand for her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And there are people who definitely, we've talked about clickbait, that definitely love to show their terrible moments because they know people will watch and want to be a part of it. That does not seem to be, from my point of view, her personality. But I will say, being a mom influencer, it is imperative that those of us that have influence in the mom sphere not only share the what looks to be like perfect moments, but share the darker moments, because it really be having women out here confused on why they are the only ones experiencing bad stuff. Not to say that you have to share in the moment. Like, I don't know if I would have ever be willing to share that in the moment, like
Real
emotion.
tears.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
And that's up to, I feel like that's, like I
That's a
said, case
personal
to
choice,
that's a
yep.
personal choice. But I do feel like people don't realize how much power there is in the transparency of, I'm going through this. You are not, if you're going through this, you're not the only one.
That's a fantastic point that I hadn't thought of. A lot of times celebrities have that, you are not alone factor. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And the average person, you know, even people in my family, or close to people who were on the Love Hour, they were like, they were like, I know this happens to other people, but nobody talks about it. So it never feels like it's happening to other people.
Yeah.
And especially if it happens to you more than once.
Right. And I have several friends that I've never experienced that type of loss, and I'm grateful to the Lord. But I have had several friends that have had multiple miscarriages, multiple things that have happened to them, infertility. Even when we've talked about this on me and my husband's podcast, is this going to cause an argument? The traumatic birthing situation that I had after the twins, I did not know a lot of that was happening because of the neglect of the hospital until I shared it. And then I kept hearing stories around it that were similar. And I was like, oh, so it wasn't just my situation.
Yeah.
This is a national problem.
Yeah.
So unless people share, we don't know that. But I think because we're in a time where people sometimes overshare and people try to get likes, clicks, sympathy off of things that you're just like, why are you always trying to get folk to focus on you? It is sometimes hard to figure out what's genuine and what is like, I'm sharing this moment with you because it's real, not because I feel as though I need you all to be in my business, but maybe some positive change can happen because of me sharing this.
You know what? I just want to say this again. That's an amazing, amazing point that I did not think of. I feel like the other part to your point is it's your personal social media. A lot of times I feel like, so because Chrissy Teigen's so public and people are always going to be like, they already were aware of, she's like been open. She had her boobs taken out or breast implants taken out. And that's how she found out she was pregnant or apparently something like that. So if you're following her story, this is going to come out eventually,
Exactly.
right? Now, how that person does that is their right. I think a lot of times on social media, we forget that we don't have to like what other people do.
Everything. Yeah.
We don't have to. Like, we spend a lot of time focusing on, and me too. Like, I wasn't going to talk about it, but we're on the same subject. A homegirl of mine sent me random Facebook fans who were like, she was like, am I the only one who doesn't think Kev on Stage is funny? And then black woman from my hometown, from where I used to live. I was like, girl, I could have seen you at the grocery store. You could have pulled up on me, but I also don't know you. And then other black people was like, I ain't never, girl, me neither. Another black, he ain't never moved me a muscle, and I don't like it, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, first I was like, how can I be petty? I went and searched for the post. Of course I did. And then I realized back to that Social Dilemma documentary, was talking about how much we want to be liked by our group of people. And one thing the Patreon has been jumping on me about is anytime I want to focus on negative energy, focus on positive energy. And then I thought about something. I want to be a household name, right? But being a household name doesn't mean everybody's house likes you, right?
Yeah.
Beyonce's a household name. Lots of people do not like her and are very vocal. Denzel Washington, household name. Some people think he's an overrated actor. That's
true.
Who?
Some people,
Who would ever
crazy
think
people,
that? That's
feels
so-
like he's
be me.
overrated.
That's
Couldn't be
crazy.
me.
Nobody thinks
Denzel
that.
Washington.
It was probably one of them Jeffries. That
It
they
had
said.
to be. Had to be a Jeffrey. And I realized like I have to accept that. Like just like the NFL quarterback, you're gonna get all the blame if you lose and all the credit if you win. And you need a certain amount of thick skin to do it. But no one prepares you for that much, that amount of eyeballs. Like I just wanted to make enough, get enough followers so I could do my plays. That was my initial goal. And then I was like, I can make a living off of this. I didn't factor in, people are gonna vocally be like, I hate that guy.
Yeah.
I didn't even do nothing to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so that part is, I don't think it will ever get easier. And people be like, how come celebrities don't, how come they get it? Like, we're just people. And what, Cardi B is just a person. She's not, no one
That's a big
trains
old
you to.
dollop of spit.
That's a lot. What's wild, calling back to that,
It was huge.
calling back to the social dilemma, Kev, part of that point that you were bringing up is that humans weren't created to deal with hundreds of opinions on your decision making or whatever, let alone thousands, let alone hundreds of thousands, let alone millions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Joshua.
So like to be able to try and learn how to process that. Like, we're not built for that.
Yeah.
No, we're not. And I often wish, like, people disagree with a lot of stuff I do, and you, and even you, right? I often wish, I want you to be in my position for just a little bit and have all the stuff you do, have 100,000 people nitpicking what you do and see if you would like it. You know what I mean? Like, it's impossible to please even 10 people.
Yeah.
I have 4 million across platforms.
Hey.
And that's just the people that follow me. Not the people who are aware of me.
Yeah.
Not the people who heard of me, don't like me. Not the people who blocked me. That's just the people who
follow you.
What is
that's
this?
That's the
Shimmy,
4
shimmy.
million that follow Kev. That's what they doing. They like,
Como
yeah,
cuatro.
Kev. No, I get
Cuatro
it.
millones.
Listen, this is the thing. What people think about me ain't my business. I have to keep telling myself, because I was about to go in on this poor child. Because I can actually deal with people not liking me. I don't care. I don't care because it ain't none of my business. Talk about me if you want. I can just, like, especially under a post, I'll just delete it. Be like,
great
I'll
feeling.
be like, you can keep that. You can put that on. Create a post about me and go ahead.
Because I won't see that one.
Then I won't even.
Yeah.
I'll be like, that's your business. But somebody was upset with Marcus about how he be talking cash crazy about folk when we do Married at First Sight. Now Marcus is a talk cash crazy about folk in every way. Like this is not just for Married at First Sight. In real life, Marcus will talk cash crazy about someone to their face. And the person was like, these are real people. And I'm thinking, I hope they don't come over here to watch this. Like, why would they do that to themselves? Right. Why would anybody on these shows that it's a review, unless it's going to change them, why would they ever want to read and hear the opinion from strangers?
Yes.
And that is what I have to tell myself. Like, if you are a stranger to me, why do I need your opinion?
And that's why
good or bad.
I agree everything you said. I don't seek that stuff out nearly as much as I do. I don't search my name on social media because, like, I get it. On my posts, I control that. That's one thing I don't like about Twitter. I'll be like, I wish I could delete your tweets.
Right.
Because on Instagram and Facebook, I don't like it. Oh, especially when somebody goes
in
a paragraph, you typed all that.
Get out of here.
And the swipe away, it feels so good.
They
to
make
just
it.
watch it turn red.
Yeah, it's just
You deleted my comment, and then I delete that comment.
one. Yeah, we could do
All you doing is
something.
deleting comments?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Because
pay
it's my social
somebody
media.
to delete you. That's what I'm doing.
So on that same note, because I also do it, so I got to dish it out and I got to take it. Jhené Aiko, Josh's favorite singer of all time.
All times.
Tiny Desk popped up. I said, "Here's my chance."
We're a big fan of Tiny Desk here on the
big
Here's the
fan.
Thing.
And
I love
Jhené
Tiny.
Aiko, I owe you an apology. I said, "Oh, she got a Tiny Desk." It premiered the day before because
okay.
every time I shave my head, I watch a new Tiny Desk and an old Tiny Desk. And I said, "Oh, Jhené Aiko got one. Next time I shave, I'm gonna check it out. She's gonna change my mind." And you know what, Angel and Josh, I can be 100% honest. I turned that Tiny Desk on, and I was like, "Wow, this is exactly why I don't like your music." It was 18 minutes of the finest massage lobby waiting room. I'm in a robe drinking lemongrass infused water.
You know what? I'm
waiting
so happy
for
she blocked
my
you.
turn.
She don't need
She
to- she
should
don't need
have
to see
blocked
this.
me.
She don't need to see this.
I'm her to her what that person was to me.
Yeah.
I gave her a shot and I said, "Whoo!
No.
I am sleepy."
No.
It was 3:00 in the afternoon. I was feeling great, finna go lift. Turn that on. I was like, you know what? I am tired.
Yes.
And what the top comment on there say, Angel?
It sounds like her voice is getting stronger.
Whoo!
I said, did it come out of the NICU? Like, why is it so? Because that thing is still on the weaker side. It's still.
She had the nerve to have the boom.
She had the sound. That is the perfect description of her voice. She's a sound bath
That's
voice.
her whole thing, guys.
She doesn't even need consonants in her songs. She doesn't need consonants. She could be all vowels and it would work out fine. That's it. It's so tender. That's what her voice is. It's a tender voice.
Her voice is chamomile tea.
I want to breastfeed her voice. That's what it is. I wanna
Chamomile
get it
tea with a little
latched.
almond milk and some honey.
Come on,
You
drink
want
it
to
up.
breastfeed Janae Eichel's voice?
I want to breastfeed it. Get it strong. Get it strapped and get its immune system up. That voice sound like it'll catch the flu and die. It'll get that pneumonia.
Get on here and latch on. I need you to latch. So get on here and latch.
Latch on this. Come on. And burpee in between. Get you back in there. Get that. Yeah, that's what. It's pretty. Don't get me wrong.
It is a beautiful
It is
voice.
Pretty
It
as
is
all get
so
out.
pretty.
But there is just. It's just not what I.
It is.
It's not what I want to listen to.
It's like, hey, you want a cup of tea? And I'm like, that's not my cup of tea.
it's not.
Is this your cup of tea?
not
Oh, no,
mine.
I don't even.
I think Josh, this is yours.
Yeah.
isn't it?
Oh yeah. That's got my name on it. I'll take that.
But here's the thing that I love about this, right?
What?
The comments of her tiny desk, and this is important, right? Because it goes back to me. Her fans love it.
Yes.
Your music has got me through. She is writing lyrics. Like her songs have
yeah.
lyrics. But because it is so soft, I don't know when I saw you and you left me, came into my house, and I saw the chicken on the road. Oh, why did it cross the road? And the Postmates was late. It went down to the wrong address, and my biscuits had too much gravy. I was like, whew.
You were like, I can't.
I felt
can't.
like somebody you remember when the babies were crying and you swaddled them up,
swaddled.
and they're like, man, you know what? I am tired.
I told you, make you go to sleep
I
music.
took my socks off. Listen, like, what you doing? I was like, I've been listening a little bit Janae.
Janae.
I am. But as long as she finds her tribe,
Right.
that's all that you can do. You know, she
Exactly.
makes her music. She's featured. She didn't do no features either. That was the thing. Now, apparently, Josh was telling us
She's
her
feature
features be
queen.
great.
Ah.
But then on her beat, like,
It'd be on something.
and it was 18 minutes.
of a
I
song
didn't
bath.
know when she changed song. And that girl said, hold on, what is that thing called? The
Sound bath. She was like, "Ding, I don't need you, I don't think I know."
This is her music. I said, oh man, I'm cold.
I don't know the difference between her voice and those. That could be her. Ding.
It's a blanket.
It is a warm,
It's a
fresh
fleece-
out
it's
of
a
the
fleece
dryer
blanket.
Blanket.
fleece
With
blanket.
one side that's got like the extra fuzzies.
Oh, is it snow falling outside?
I just
Bless your heart, daughter. I love it for you.
I love it for you.
That is probably my last time. I gave her the fairest of shots. And I bumped into her, literally bumped into her at YouTube Black. Like she was performing and she bumped my arm.
She did it on purpose. She was shoulder checking you.
you were
I
like,
heard you
what?
talking about me.
What if she was?
That would be hilarious.
She probably she's from LA, man.
Yeah, she probably gonna bust one of them glass vases upside your
Probably
head.
put a little hex on your ear
Yeah.
that time, man.
Now, why I talk cash crazy about her here on this show is because it's my job. But in real life, I would not go underneath her video and be like, with your trash, lazy voice. I would never do that.
That's the difference, right? I feel like sometimes it's okay to be like, I don't like this creator. And then going out of your way to do it, but then also hypocritical because I don't like The Weeknd. And one day I was just like, who's an artist you guys don't like? For me, it's The Weeknd.
This is the thing, and it is hypocritical, and I could be wrong for being like, no, when we do it, it's okay. What I mean by it is though, it is our job to give opinions on things. Like that
Yeah.
is, I literally could not be the host of this show if I was always like, I don't know how I feel about that.
No, you wouldn't.
That as a host, that is your job. That's the reason why I actually am good at hosting is because I will come up with an opinion, even if I didn't have one the moment before the show
Yeah,
started.
yeah, yeah.
I will have a yes or no. And because of that, yes, we are freely giving our opinions on things when we do our Married at First Sight reviews, but it's not a real life type of thing. It's not like I'm walking around every day giving an opinion. When I talk about these females' voices, I'm not thinking about them on a day-to-day basis.
When you leave here, you got stuff to do.
I got stuff to do. So while it is hypocritical, because we're like, why are people like writing underneath people's content about what they don't like? It's hypocritical that we're doing it at our job, but that's the only reason why I'm doing it, is because
It's a pop culture podcast.
that is what I have to do. That's what I'm paid to do. The Real, them women, or any of those talk shows. Oh, I didn't tell them about The Real. We should.
I never asked. I didn't
Oh,
know what
we
happened.
should talk about
would
that.
I would
You
love
think
to.
so? You
Yes,
wanna hear about it?
Angel, tell us all of the tea.
You want to save it for
Should
the
we save
bonus?
it for a bonus?
I don't
Is it
know.
tea or
It's
is
up
it?
to you,
I
Angel.
think I
public
can.
tea?
I think I can. I mean, what does the people think, that I should share it now or share it later? I don't know. What do
You're
you
always
think,
gonna ask for
Kev?
it now.
Depends on how good the story is.
I-
If you think it could have
no.
implications,
No, like you already know that they didn't know what I had did. You knew already.
Mhm.
So no, does it have implications? No.
in your future,
I don't believe so.
I give it to the people.
I want to give you all
Give
the
it
gifts.
the Patreon gets everything. Let the non-Patreon people get a little taste of what we do on the bonus
what it
episode.
tastes
See
like.
what
Okay.
it tastes like.
So I want to give you all a little gift, and it's called Paint Your Life. If you're looking for a special gift for someone this holiday season, something truly unique and personal, we've got a great idea for you. At paintyourlife.com, you can have an original painting by a world-class artist done by hand from any photo at an affordable price. Kevin, you have to be able to see, because you
I'm
got to tell us.
blind. I couldn't see that transition coming. Maybe when my blindness wears away, I can see my beautiful painting.
I feel like only like celebrities ever get to be painted. It's so like we got Will Smith up here and stuff, but
Right
sometimes,
here, Big Willie style.
sometimes regular folk want a good painting.
Everybody
of
deserves a good
themselves,
painting, Angel.
right? So this is what you can get with Paint Your Life. You choose from a team of world-class artists and work with them until every detail is perfect. You can order a custom-made, hand-painted portrait in less than 5 minutes. It's a quick and easy process. Get a hand-painted portrait in about 3 weeks. Makes the perfect holiday gift for someone you love or for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. At paintyourlife.com, there is no risk. If you don't love the final painting, your money is refunded, guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
And right now, as a limited time offer, get 20% off your payment.
Wow, 20?
That's right. 20% off and free shipping. To get this special offer, text the word RR
Arn.
to 64,000. That's RR
Arn.
to 64,000. Text RR
RR.
to 64,000. Paint your life. Celebrate the moments that matter most. So,
That's your 3 for 3 today, Angel.
thank you. I'll be working. You know what I'm
So
saying?
do you really have a story, or was that all for
I
the
was going to tell
transition?
him. So,
Okay.
you guys, I was tapped, boop, 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 to audition for The Real. After Tamara, I forgot how to say her last name.
Mowry.
Thank you. I was about to give her Adrian Bylon's married last name. After she left the show,
Sarah Holton?
I was about to tear it all
Where
up.
does your mind even tell you good?
Crisscross applesauce. That's what my mind did. It just so my agent was like, I want you to meet with. You're gonna be meeting with the higher ups of the company that is over all unscripted for Warner Brothers. You're going to have a meeting with the higher ups, and I did it. I did it right here at this desk. Talked to them. It went great. I knew that they had wanted a mother, and I was like, yeah. So like in my head, I knew like, okay, if it comes to moms, like the people who would fit the bill more than me would have been a Tatiana Lee, would have been a Keisha Knight Polian, would have been a is it Pullman? What is it? Did I say it wrong? Did I say my story now?
Tatiana Ali.
What did I say?
Tatiana Lee.
Tatiana Lee.
Okay, and Keisha Knight Pulliam.
Pulliam. I said Polium. I'm sorry, Soror. Keisha Knight Pulliam. This is why I didn't get the job. They said that woman can't say nobody's names. And Kyla Pratt. Those were the 3 people in my head that I was like, now they definitely all got to say no or be busy for this to be the opportunity for me.
Right.
But when I tell you, when they said Garcet, I was like,
Garcelle Bouvin, Nalon?
she's the new host.
The woman who played Fancy?
Yes, you didn't know that? She's the new host of
I
The
didn't
Real.
check. When you didn't get it, I was like, I don't care who it is. And I'll never watch the show again. And I never watched it before.
Fancy was who they.
Garcelle?
Yes, I didn't know you didn't know that.
No, I told you. I didn't. When you didn't say nothing, I was like, curse you, The Real.
Yeah, no, I knew before they announced her that I wasn't getting it. They were like, it's like I didn't make the short list. I made it to the executive producers of The Real. Like after the company that's over all of the unscripted, they were like, we love you. We're passing you to the executive producer of The Real. So I was like, okay, well, at least now I'm on their radar. But then I didn't make it to their short list. So I was expecting one of those three women. And I wasn't wrong. I do believe at least two of the women I named were
Busy?
were on the short list. No, I think any of them.
She got it over them?
Yes, it wasn't that those people turned it down. Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge.
Nothing against Garce. Is it pronounced Garcelle?
Yeah,
She's Haitian. It might be French.
yeah.
Garcelle.
We're gonna say Garcelle for now.
She's not Nylon. She must have got divorced. Used to be Garcelle Bouveau.
Oh,
I ain't-
listen,
I
you were
ain't
right here with me. You right here with me.
Take your
Yeah,
time, Kev.
yeah.
That's a French
Take your time.
name, though. I'm
Is
not
that
supposed
why?
to know
Is
French.
that why?
It's okay.
Listen, I'm not gonna use an excuse. I just be jacking up people's name. But I definitely thought they were gonna go with a somebody who used to be a child actor who is now a mother, because that fits Tamara.
Yeah.
So that's what I figured. And I was like, if they're busy, I can do it. But I don't think anyone saw.
Listen, this is why another reason. Like when you told me about that, I was like, man, Angel is out of here. I really thought you could bring easily what Lonnie Love brings to the show. You're opinionated. You're funny. I thought you were going to bring a great dynamic, and I wasn't even tripping. I was like, man, this is great for Angel.
Right,
Like,
right.
I was like, would you still do the podcast or no?
I
You were
was like,
no,
yeah, I'll
find
do the
time. I was
podcast.
like, but even if you couldn't, like, the thing about me, if you blew up and did The Real and you became a household name, I'd be like, but I know Angel.
We
It would
friends.
still been fun. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So I'm never tripping off of that. Wow. That's I don't
I thought
I
you
don't-
knew it was Garcelle. Yep.
I don't know what does she bring. Have you watched any? Does she bring
I-
anything to the table as far as
That'll be bonus.
I'm
first
like-
episode that Angel would have watched would have been her first episode.
I've been like, look at me. Now I've been on the show, like I've done like little segments for
Yeah.
them before, so it wasn't like I was completely like unknown to the show. But the audience of The Real skews a little younger than me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the audience of The Real, even though the ladies are all near my age, their audience is younger than they are. So that's the reason why Garcelle was such a
Odd
like
choice.
because
She fit the three.
she's the oldest.
She fit the three.
So it's not like she would be a perfect addition to The Talk, in my
The
opinion.
talk is
With Cheryl Underwood, with the chick from Roseanne.
Wait, why you keep asking her names?
know.
He does this on purpose, but you know,
I
what
really
Eve,
didn't know. No, I didn't know who the talk was.
Eve is on there as well
Eve,
now.
the rapper?
Yes.
People in the skirt?
Yes.
You know I love me some Eve.
Do you love?
Oh, Rough Riders when I was in 10th grade?
She was
Little
fun.
Kim Josh. He was doing this.
They're all doing that, man.
He's like, there.
I didn't know Eve was working. I know she got married that billionaire and she
Yeah,
is
so
not
now
working.
she just over there talking.
And there's the view, the
The View.
real, the talk, the chew.
It's all of us. So for me, in my opinion, she seemed more suitable for those other shows because The Real is for the younger.
Well, someone in Patreon said this might be true. Do you think they're trying to age up the audience a little bit?
I think they are just using the cachet that
Yeah.
she has from being on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
She was on that? I didn't even know that was
She's
a
on
show.
there currently, and because that is more attractive to advertisers.
Currency.
All goes back. Listen,
Yeah.
Hollywood is turning me into what I'm becoming. Because over at Kevin on Stage Studios, they're gonna be like, if Angel's there, I don't have a chance. She gonna get every first row. I only can get what Angel turns down. Angel gonna get first pick, and what she don't get, Tony into here. After they've chosen, the rest is up to the rest of the world.
But that means that I will then start creating and producing my own stuff, and I'll be able to hire.
And that's why, here's the thing about the industry. There's so much more that goes into it than talent. It's if talent was the case, you know, that's easy.
Yeah.
But you've got advertisers, you got executive producers, that's one thing I learned at All Def, man. I was over there thinking we were just doing stuff based on good, bad, make the best show. There was Game of Thrones stuff happening behind the scenes, using the content and talent and relationships to people posturing for their positions. And I was like, oh, that's why there's way more to this than
Absolutely.
just making stuff. So, and you know, it's really frustrating, but at the same time, it's a stark and it's an often reminder that I can do my own thing. I was on Comedy Hype yesterday, and they were like, they asked me if I would take a role as a man wearing a dress. And I was like, no. He was like, what if it was a big movie? And I was like, I wouldn't. Yeah. And at this time, I don't have to. Like, I don't have to. Do whatever you want to do. That's your business. But I have the ability, and you know, and it's my dream to make my own stuff. So I don't have to do that stuff. Yeah. But it's still frustrating when you're like, bro, Angel would have killed that. Because this was after was Amanda Seales on this one or a different one?
She was on The Real, but she had already left.
She left before Tamara.
Yeah, she had left. She'd been gone for a couple of months before Tamara retired from off of the show. And so I was like, I put together a nice little reel for them. It was like REE.
This is the one you were going to be able to shoot in your house, right?
Yeah. Because they're not back in the studio yet. So I mean, blessings to Garcelle. This is not shade to her. It's definitely not the choice that I would have put in my head, but I also am not that big of a fan of the show to be able to just give like the most educated point of view. But from enough of what I've seen, I don't understand that choice from the aesthetic that the show has already set up.
How do you keep your wits about you when this stuff has happened to you more and more, and how you not get frustrated? Because I'd be like,
it's all about expectation. It's all about what I expect and what I feel like I deserve. And as you so clearly put in a video once, we deserve nothing.
You deserve nothing.
We deserve nothing. So while I'm like, okay, this would be a great opportunity, even though this is not like, it's my dream job in the sense that I get to be this opinionated person that I naturally can be. I get to be funny. I get to work from home and just be dressed real cute and have my makeup done. It's still not the end all for me. Like, if this does not happen, that does not mean that I still don't get to do things that I love to do. So I tried to keep those separate. Like this would be great, but if this doesn't happen, I still need to be doing the things that I love to do with or without it. So that helps me. I have a very thick skin as well, though. That's the reason why I can do content creation and have people say stuff about my kids and my husband and not pop off all the time.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that I tell people that be like, I want to be an actor or I want to start content creation. It's just like, well, first of all, how's your mental health? Because if that ain't together, you are going to be out here hurting. Like, do you love the Lord? Do you know who you are in Christ? Because if that ain't strong, honey, you going to fall for everything. So that's how, and I don't know if it's just not my personality to be too riled up about it. I just be like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, what can you do, Angel?
Exactly. All of the anger and all the upsetness in the world more than likely won't change the situation in my favor anyways. So, and it could be in my favor that I'm not, on the show. I mean, that check. Oh my God.
Did you even get to know what it was like? Or you just know because it was on network television? I just
know based off of the base salaries.
That's weekly,
stuff like that.
Right?
You can get paid weekly, depends on how you have it set up. I would have definitely been going to corp to corp. I'd been like, let me just go ahead. Don't even pay corp to corp.
Oh, cool.
Sorry. I've been like,
you said it. I just didn't hear it.
Listen, that's tan suit. I get it. I've been like, well, let me get my paperwork filed because this is something special getting ready to happen, But I'm still blessed, so I'm so not
We're just getting started, Angel.
I can tell. Like, you got all the things coming out. All the things. You got all the things.
That's bonus. Well, bonus people don't even want to hear about that all the time. So we'll just talk about that amongst ourselves.
Ourselves.
We'll talk about it amongst ourselves.
Family meeting.
Well, no.
Well, no.
I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
There's a comment in here now. Kevin, you always bring it back to yourself. I thought I was
Yes.
doing a good job. But
I
it
don't
is.
think.
But also,
listen, go ahead.
yes.
But listen. Let me clarify something.
Don't clarify,
Now
Angel.
I'm gonna clarify. Whenever Kevin goes on a long tangent, regardless of what we're talking about, and I am not talking, it is by choice that I am not talking. It is not out of consideration for him, because I am a considerate enough. I don't have to give any extra consideration. It is not out of Angel does not know how to double dutch into a Kevin conversation. It is literally by choice. Sometimes I need to be able to reset my mind, and him talking is my like break to reset. And I'm like, yes, get it all out. Absolutely. And as soon as my brain can recharge, I'ma jump back in.
Right.
So never feel, while I appreciate that, I know a lot of people think they're doing it for their good of like, we want Angel to feel like she can talk. Trust and believe that I feel like Kevin shares the conversation with me very well.
You think so?
Yeah,
I've worked really hard.
I can tell. And again, I'm not the one that's just going to be like, okay, well, I'll just wait until you stop talking.
I never get that feeling from you.
Thank you. I try to. That again is also my job as a host. It's not just his job to make space for me. It's my job to take up my space.
Ooh,
so
that's good. I didn't know that. I don't have any formal training in hosting.
I mean, I've just done it for so long. I understand, and I've hosted where there's five of us, so I have to know how much space I'm supposed to take up. I try not to take up too much. I take up my right amount. I know when I'm supposed to jump in there. I know when there's a dead piece that
You saw me when I was doing this show by myself. She definitely, you all right over there? Josh
okay?
would be looking. I would see Josh out the corner. He'd be like,
oh dear God.
an hour never felt so long.
It's hard.
Than when I was doing this. And other comedians can do it. I used to do it on Patreon, and I realized the difference. On Patreon, I was just chatting.
Right.
And when I ran out of stuff, I'd be like, okay, bye.
Bye, guys.
But with the ads, they're like, nah, you gonna go at least an hour.
You got to get
And
all
I'm
of
like,
these ads
and
in.
also on Patreon, when I was driving to work, if I didn't have nothing to talk about, I just didn't go on Periscope that day.
Yeah.
For this,
You got to.
you gonna give me that hour.
Yeah.
I do want to hear your thoughts on this, because
Please.
it goes all the way back to our first conversation about social media.
Come on.
Ava, is it DuVernay?
Yeah, you said it
DuVernay?
right.
Okay. She was in a little bit of hot water over the last couple of days. Okay, essentially what happened, your president, Donald J. Trump, you and Josh's president,
Your favorite?
he caught that Rona.
Yeah, he did. He
Okay.
caught the Rona.
Apparently for only 3 days.
He had the 3-day Rona. That's that rich and powerful, you have the best medicine in the world, Rona. He went over to Walter Reed Medical Center, which is the top, right?
Is
And
that in DC?
That's in DC. Or maybe around there. DC is actually a really small
It's tiny.
thing. So things in the DC area don't
like-
always be in DC. Sometimes they be in Virginia or whatever,
Right.
Maryland. But it's close enough. And Walter Reed might actually be in DC. I don't know. I've never been there. So Ava wished him well. She said, I hope you get better soon. You are. She wished him well and then shaded him in the same tweet. I hope you get better soon because we're gonna vote you out. People were upset with her about that. They yo, why are you wishing him well? And she was like, I'm not gonna wish death upon him. I was raised better than that. And people were like, we ain't asking you to wish death upon him, but you also don't have to wish him well. And they're like, you created this. I'm sorry, Bubba Wallace.
You knocked
He's
him
with
off.
Michael Jordan now. We never talked about it, but it wasn't really that
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Congrats.
Congrats to you. Bubba.
They were like, he's the one who wished death, literally wished death upon the Central Park Five. Or I'm sorry, we're not calling them that.
Oh, they got a new name.
Yeah, it's because the Central Park Five was kind of derogatory.
Yeah.
We're calling them the Emancipated Five, the
Exonerated five makes more sense.
Exonerated Five. I think we're calling them Exonerated Five now.
But I do not know. I do not know.
Yes, Exonerated Five. People were like, he wished death on the Exonerated Five, and you're wishing him well. Then she got in a little more hot water. This is the lead tweet, and I like Ava. She follows me on Twitter, so I hope she doesn't watch this. A black woman basically called her out, right? So Ava tweeted at her, to Kinsey Clark of Vogue magazine, and all who try to ridicule me for stating I don't wish death upon anyone. Number one, feel free to spend your time, energy, spirit wishing for someone's death. I won't. 2, rage, criticism, justice, work can be done without soiling one's soul, karma, or mind. I'm curious to know if you are on the, well, what are your thoughts in general about this?
My thoughts in general is that I don't care. We are picking apart what she said as if she is important in, like, as far as in what she says to the president,
Whether that affects his health or not.
right? Like, that to me is just like, are we there now?
Yeah.
We're there where her saying, "I wish you well." Oh, Avery, is that your name?
Hey,
Duva.
Angel really can't get names down.
Oh no.
Other words, you be fine. Name?
My kids got 1 and 2 syllable names.
Is that
Kai. You see that? Ain't no tripping over that. Amar, Marcus, Ava. Yeah, that's easy. But Duvernay, that's a lot. Okay, guys, it's a lot. No, but Ava, while I might not do what she would do, like, well, 1, I ain't on Twitter like that, and 2, I know the president ain't about to read no tweet from me. But I do find it weird what battles we choose to fight this day and age.
I think on Twitter, not even sometimes, Angel, it is mentally exhausting.
Yes.
Twitter for me is the hardest one because it is a cesspool of toxic thoughts. But it also has the best memes and best videos. It is literally like the Social Dilemma. He was like, technology is literally the best and
The
worst
worst.
of society. You can call an Uber, somebody will pick you up, take you somewhere. In the meantime, somebody else will take groceries to your house. You can book a flight on the way to the airport in your car, right? You can be on the internet,
Yeah.
in the air, which sometimes I'd be like, this is crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm flying over the Atlantic, texting my mom in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Right.
And watching a Netflix show I downloaded on my, like, sometimes it's crazy, but then the cost of that is you are able to hear everybody's thoughts.
Right.
And it was, the conversation on Black Twitter yesterday was also about, which was a new one. Tell me if you've ever had a black woman as your supervisor and what was that experience like? And it was a lot of black women saying, I have, and a lot of it was negative.
Yeah, I believe it.
And I was like, man, like, because the girl who started it, she had a bad experience with a black woman supervisor. In my experience, I've only had, this is what Terry Crews should have said. In my experience, this show has been like this to me. But I also believe
Everyone else's opinion.
Gabrielle Union,
experience.
right? So I actually haven't had that many. The one black woman I've had, and this is also an aside of why I love black women and want to help them. I don't know if I ever told this story. Maybe I have. I'm an old uncle now. I'd be telling the same stories, but I haven't told Angel a lot of stuff, so it'd be repeating. The reason I got the job at Boeing is because the black woman who was hiring. Did I tell you?
Yes.
Okay. Went out of her way to get black people hired. So that was my only time in my history of life ever that a black woman was my superior. And I'm also a man. So that dynamic is different, But Ava had literally never had anything negative about her in the community ever. And then it was
protect Ava at all costs.
Always. But yesterday or 2 days ago, it was, and I've never even heard this, now you profiting off the souls of black people and the justice. And I was like,
where does that even...
And then it was like, this is the thing, and I know my day is coming, and yours is too.
Oh,
Bucko, it's coming.
Oh, they dragged me before.
They dragged me in the lipstick alleys and Madame Noir. I went in there one day. I said, God, dog, I thought World Star was bad.
I'm not on any of those.
But man, they be killing you, boy. But this is what I don't like, and I need to accept it's going to happen to me. And this is where I was like, y'all, okay. If you gave any random black woman a camera and the same research team, they would have made Selma and When They See Us and Queen Sugar. And Ava ain't doing nothing special. And I was like, okay, now she ain't never done nothing right. Like, to me, it's always okay to just say, Ava, I disagree with that. You didn't have to wish him well, but you didn't have to wish him death on him. You could have just wished him nothing. But that one statement and her response Now we always call into question everything the person ever has done. Now Selma wasn't even a good movie, and When They See Us was only good because of the research team and her camera be out of focus. And yeah, she brought black women on Queen Sugar, but it was only 28% and not 35%. You know what I mean? It's like, why does it always have to be everything you've ever done is now bad? You can just say like in sports. It's like, man, I love LeBron James, but he sucked when they played the Dallas.
I disagree. Then move on.
It
I agree with that statement.
No,
but-
no, I agree. I get what you're saying.
Or you don't say anything and you move on. People don't even realize that that's a part of it. People don't even realize that sometimes giving your energy to just say you disagree is energy wasted, because your agreements or disagreements will not change a daggone thing.
Man.
Again, I give opinions only because I am paid a check to do it. If I wasn't paid a check, I don't have the energy to give my opinion on someone else's statement or whatever situation for no reason. I have to use that energy elsewhere. And I think that is the toxicity of Twitter, is that people feel like they have that energy to just pop real quick.
Yeah.
Like, whether or not you would feel like you would wish him well or nah is irrelevant. She did.
Right.
Right.
She
and
did.
Nobody asked you.
She did it. Like, it wasn't you. Nobody forced you to do it. And that's the reason what I mean by I don't care. I don't look to Ava for any of my political to-dos. I don't at all. I'd be like, what movie you dropping? Then maybe.
Right.
But like, I think sometimes when we have people who are vocal, but their profession is something else, we be expecting for them
Good point, Angel.
to have the right answer or do the thing that we think they should do at all times. I'm like, but that's not even her profession.
That goes
is a
back. No, that
great
goes back to
point.
that celebrity being put on that pedestal. Like, going back to the Cole conversation, people look for him to be this fulfilling
Yeah.
point validator.
Yep.
Or just be doing things that they wish that they could be doing if they had a platform. Everybody wishes they had something this so they could be doing this, whether they would actually do that or not.
And Cole was basically like, bro, I'm just a rapper.
Not this guy.
I'm just a rapper. Like, it's like Dave Chappelle's joke, like, why are we going to Ja Rule at a time like this? Like,
Right.
No, but and I think that's what we expect celebrities to be, the be all end all on every subject. Most celebrities are domain experts,
Yeah.
right? I do this well. And that's why I don't offer things I don't like. It's also okay to not talk about stuff if you don't know.
Yeah.
I do that often. I be watching conversations and I be like, I don't know enough about this. I was venturing out a little bit more in those areas earlier in the year, and then I was like, I won't be doing that.
I'm gonna pull back. Yeah. Because even like with politics, I have my sister on my Instagram on Mondays because she's a judge and I know she has more expertise in that area. But outside of telling people to vote and understand their laws, make sure everybody votes, register to vote. I realized that my point of view is my point of view when it comes to politics. And while somebody can feel free to ask me, I don't want anybody to take my point of view on what policies I think are right or wrong as this is concretely right. No, it's my point of view.
It's my opinion.
Yes, it is mine. And luckily we live in a country where I get to vote based off of that. And you get to vote based off of, like, literally. I feel like the only thing that I can say and feel solid about that, feel solid about what I'm saying, is vote and be educated on what you're voting on. But outside of that, like, if you take anything I say for more than a grain of salt when it comes to politics, I have already led you astray. Like, I have already led you astray, even if it's a good opinion, but it shouldn't be from me. It should be from someone who is trusted in that arena. And while Ava, why do I want to call her that?
Because it's a Duvernay. You want to put that R from Duvernay.
I'm like, let's go ahead and get it all over with.
Let me give you one. Let me call you Avra, and then I won't have to worry about the last name. Avra Duvernay.
Oh my God, it's because it's so early. Ava. While she has done a lot of great things, I just really am not about to be nitpicking at what this woman says politically. And she be loud. Her and what's that? Nicole Smith. No, she's got some more names to it. Yvette Nicole Smith. Ain't that a name?
Yvette
Josh?
Nicole Brown?
That sounds better. Yvette Nicole Brown.
Sorry.
On Twitter.
I love this. I love every
He's
time
like, I love
The
Angel
name
Fish.
section
I
of
love
Angel's
this.
brain
This is my
is
favorite thing.
Scrabble.
This is my
She
favorite.
said
thing.
Yvette Nicole Smith. You know what? Two of those
Anna
is probably
Nicole,
right.
that's a different
That is
girl.
where I was
That's
putting
a
it all
different girl.
together.
She
Yvette
had a couple
Nicole Brown.
scandals.
She be really, really loud too on her like.
She
"Da,
be
da,
going
da, da."
hard.
But I don't take any of her advice.
Yeah.
Because she's an actress in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Girl, go ahead, use your platform and talk. But she is not where I'm gonna be like, now let me tap into this. What are you saying about this thing? No, not at all. I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, I feel like people be just are we bored? Is that what it is?
We are. I'm people.
Do you be on there like what you say, why you say that?
Oh no.
That's what I mean.
I'd never do that.
That is what I mean by are we bored?
Do I do that? No, I did that to Terry Crews.
don't
I wanted
know.
Terry Crews to just shut up.
But I was like, that's not gonna get him to shut up.
It's not. And also, if Terry Crews is like, "What's up?" in person, I'd be like, "Terry, you crazy."
Terry,
I'm saying the
let me
joke.
get you this.
Come
Here's the
on.
thing, T-shirt. You watch the show, well, let me give you a complimentary green T-shirt. We're coming out in pink. That'll look good on your muscles, Terry. Yeah. I don't
What if
know.
Terry Crews is like, "Yeah, I heard all that you was talking. Keep what's up?" I'd be like, "What? I said stuff."
No.
Here's
that
the thing,
was
Terry.
I would just have to steal on Terry and hope for the best.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
hope. But I feel like if I hit Terry Crews in the face, it would hurt my hand.
you need to get in the Maserati and drive off. Why are you trying to
Terry got a Maz too.
I know, but
Terry has a downtown. This is so funny. Off the subject, but hilarious. There was a moment in my life early in this thing where I was watching all these celebrity homes on Architectural Digest on YouTube. You know, you start watching like one video, YouTube serves you one, and
The
on social
algorithm,
delivery.
yes.
Don't click the recommended.
Dude,
That's what he said.
I watched one Wire video and they've been serving to me every week, and I'm stuck. And I was like, I'm about to watch the Wire again. And I was like, they got me. But anyway, I was watching Architectural Digest, and Terry Crews has a downtown apartment just because when he's working and he doesn't want to go all the way home.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was
wealth.
watching it. It's
The wealth,
crazy.
man.
High-rise condo. Melissa comes and be like, "Hey, don't you ever think you would have that? Or you need to have some space in a different place." They never even said I wanted one. I was just like, that's
She's
That was
like,
her recommended thought
hey.
next. She's like, I know what he's about to think.
right,
Don't
exactly.
you ever think you gonna get yourself a little apartment downtown LA? Why you need a separate space from me?
Wha-
You be having your space in this house. You don't need no separate address of your little manpower. I was like, I never said that.
I never, no,
Bro,
no.
you and also back to the recommended thing. I think it's so interesting. I was talking to Joe about this. Josiah doesn't subscribe to. He watches YouTube Let's Play videos all the time,
Yes.
and like people reviewing shows. Like he loves sarcastic humor even on YouTube. And I was like, man, you subscribe to this guy? He was like, I don't subscribe to anyone. It's just my recommended. And I was like, I asked him if he saw this person. He was like, how would I see them? I was like, you could subscribe. He was like, what? I don't subscribe to stuff. I just be watching my recommended. I was like, you don't even,
Right.
you just let YouTube tell you what you're going to watch. He's
Exactly.
Like, mhm.
For 8 hours straight. That'd be my son. Whatever YouTube recommended is what. What are you watching? It's just this. Yeah.
But that recommended be having you watching stuff like I've told y'all before. I was in there watching 18th century Plymouth cooking shows.
Oh my God.
How they made bacon in 1788. And I
You
was
be
like,
getting into
this
it
is-
like that?
I spent one day when we was moving out of the racism office. I spent 6 hours watching this stuff. I was like, man, this is what gruel was.
Bro, I watched somebody make fire macaroni and cheese over a cast iron and some stone stove there was no talking. It was all just I was in there for 25 minutes.
It's amazing I watched this dude who has a plant in water, like an algae ecosystem, and he like feeds it cucumbers, and there's little like microscopic bugs, and I was just like, this is fascinating.
Oh,
also,
my
I don't know
goodness.
what's happening.
I don't know. That's like my husband. He'll watch some stuff and just, he's new to the interwebs. So he'll just sit there and watch some stuff. And I'll be like, Marcus, what are you watching? I don't know. I have no idea.
You don't know how you get there.
I only watch the people I'm subscribed to.
Oh man.
Or if I've actually Googled information on something.
if you go to YouTube and just hit the button, it'd be like, you probably will like this. And I'd be like,
I
yes.
will.
No, YouTube. No, I'm going right to my subscription list, and I'm seeing what content creators I like, because I try to make sure I give views to Black content creators, and then I try to sit and watch their stuff, or just at least let it play.
By the way, you just reminded me of something.
Why?
Are you familiar with BTS?
Like behind
The
the,
No,
scenes?
the K-pop band.
Oh no.
They are massive.
They have a tiny desk. I watched theirs the same day I watched
I'm
it in
sure
iCloud.
it's
It's part of the
amazing.
rollout. They just dropped an album last week.
I get it. I get the allure.
Mm-hmm.
They had a song in English, lit. They had a song in full Korean. I was like, whatever they talk
Oh
about.
yeah,
this is meant
K-pop
for
is
spitting.
fire.
They got conventions.
What?
Now that's one time that I did allow YouTube to recommend me. I was trying to figure out some K-pop stuff, and I let YouTube send me all over. I was like, listen to this girl singing.
Oh, they go hard. First of all, there's like 800 people in BTS.
Oh yeah,
Literally,
they be
the
having,
band has like
I think
7 or
9.
is it not?
It'd
might
be
be
a,
nine.
it'd
It
be-
was a lot of
It'd
people
be like
in there.
a whole choir. I remember when Family Guy, was it Family Guy or American Dad, did a thing on like a K-pop, and they were called B12.
There were 12 of them?
Yes, but
hilarious.
they talked about the B12 shot, the shot that you can get for.
Hilarious. There's a legit. I'm trying to look by the thumbnail.
I'd be like,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 7 people. First of all, shout out to their stylist because they had like a uniform color palette, but nobody had the same outfit on. Their tiny desk has 17 million views in 2 weeks. That's
Unheard of.
insane. No tiny desk be like that recent.
quick.
But their fans are
yeah, hardcore.
what?
Yeah, yeah.
What?
My son had a Korean teacher when he was in 3rd grade, and oh yeah, she was like, "We gonna listen to some K-pop
Really?
up in here." Yes, he knows. I'll be like, "What group she like?" He's like, "No, she don't like that group. She likes this group." I'll be like, "She was like, I'm gonna teach you all about this K-pop culture."
K-pop is a big deal, man. And that's the other thing about the internet. We can end with this. What's in your world be feeling like the whole world.
Yes.
And there is a whole, if I step outside of this building, walk outside here, no one even knows who I am. I mean, no one, especially in LA. I don't be recognized, none of that stuff. And across the world, nobody is famous to everyone.
Except for our president.
People be known.
Our president in general.
Yeah. Leader of the free world.
Yeah.
Do you think the free world was like, we accept this? I feel like America probably made that statement up.
I'm sure. We bullies.
We are like, man, we the leaders of the free world. Like, what about the president of China? Man, shut up.
Right.
And we ain't even the superpower we used to be.
No, not
China's like, what? We be like, we ain't saying nothing.
China's like,
We owe China so much money.
we ain't gonna pay it back.
What?
We are like
What's
that
the-
cousin
We're
that
trying to
you,
jump
if you
that
give them a
credit.
20, you ain't ever gonna see that 20 again.
We are like, China is Sally Mae to us.
Yeah.
We gonna forbearance that I might
that-
die in
You
student
might
loan
get that
debt.
minimum this
Right.
month. You might not.
You might not get it. You
Yeah.
know, COVID going on in China. I'm a little tight right now.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
why we can't start no war with them. How you? What?
Yeah.
You owe us $18 trillion. Man, forget about that.
Yeah, we over here flashy in our bubble coats and Timbs with fancy shades on, pop lock dropping. In China is like the really well invested, like
Oh yeah.
you know, the white guy that's just like, I don't need all the fancy things, and we're like, but can we borrow some more money because we got some J's we want to buy? That's what I feel like America is. Like we're wearing the glasses and the chains.
I'll never forget. And it's capitalism has hurt us in so many ways. 3 days into the shutdown, the airline industry was like, we need $45 billion. I was like, it ain't even
what?
been a pay period.
Right.
They're like, we're tapped out.
We are
And
tapped.
Y'all
out.
don't have no
got
money saved? They're like, we gave it all them shareholder dividends. We could save money, but we got to make sure our shareholders are happy, so we cash them out. And then when something like this happened, y'all ain't got no money. You know how much money I spent on Delta personally? They were like,
Sorry, guys.
we ain't got
You get your diamond medallion next year though.
Yeah, for 3 years. They gave me diamond for 3 years. I was like,
What am I gonna do with that?
It was that easy. First of all, it's that easy. Like, it's really not nothing.
It's really just me clicking this button. Ding! There's another year. You know,
Bruh.
I don't-
And I was like, the Sky Club was closed. I was like, I'm just regular now.
You a regular.
They ain't no food in first class. What's the point?
Or drinks. Forget the food.
Literally nothing.
Wait a minute. They ain't no food or drinks in
No, no,
first
no.
class. No
Well,
more?
they're back now,
Okay.
but they ain't no hot food. They give you a sack lunch like a field
You
trip
get a little lunchable.
with a bottle of water. Flight attendants are like, we got one pass now. Hand you your stuff. They actually hand me stuff as you walk in, and they come and pick the trash up once.
So you don't get no liquor on the plane no more. I ain't flying
You
nowhere.
know how many drink tickets that are expiring this year that I
That
have?
listen, that's the problem for me. Nah, not flying. But what were you saying before I started pop locking and drop it as America?
I don't know.
What
That
you
was
say?
so funny. I lost my train
Sorry,
of
but
thought.
that is what I feel like America is.
How do we get from Ava to here?
Man, hold on. We're all over the place today.
All over.
All right,
the
we
place.
gotta go.
It's about to be a long day.
Love y'all. We'll see you Friday. Bonus episode. Keep your distance. If you don't buy your ticket to this show, you are anti-black.
And anti-woman.
And anti-women, anti-black women. We will shade you. Patreon, we love you. I'm actually going to do Dear Kev live since you're already set up.
Oh, just use the phone.
Yeah, I'm just going to use the phone. Do Dear Kev now. And we'll see you Friday. Bonus episode, people. Friday at the show if you're coming. VIP this Friday. You get to meet the comedians to hear us hosting a behind the scenes. Behind the scenes.
Is it
Yeah,
live?
BTS.
Live.
Mhm.
From 6 to 6:55. That's what the VIP ticket gets you.
Interesting.
And then otherwise, I love you guys. Thank you so much, Patreon and Angel and Jeffrey.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Aye.
Okay, so how should I do this then?
You want to keep it going and then just chop it out? And just come from this camera?
Yeah.
Is that easier?
Yeah, that should be okay.
All right.
I'm just trying to think.
All right, Angel.
I mean,
God
technically,
bless
I can leave that camera there.
Thank you, sir. I'm about to go work out.
You still working out before you go to set?
I didn't get to work out yesterday, so I have to work out today.
I didn't work out yet. I did work out yesterday. I was up there hiking. I was just like, man, I just kind of just don't want to do this.
I know you don't. Have you lost any weight?
Nah, I just got a scale.
Oh,
Just
so you
came
don't
in
know.
yesterday.
Oh man, you don't even get the gratification of whatever work you did before.
No, it's fine though. I can start to see my face slimming down a little bit.
Yeah, I was say you look like you're getting smaller to me.
Yeah, I'll lose it quick. I started lifting too. That hike just be long, man. It's an hour and a half. It is hard.
No, I don't have time for no hour
It
and a
is
half.
hard, man.
That's a mess.
And the thing is, like, it doesn't get easier. Like my cardiovascular's in better shape, but it's still a hard thing to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's easier. Like that first time I was up there, I thought I was going to
To die.
pee.
Well, I used to pee.
Oh, great.
the
I thought I was gonna doodle on myself yesterday.
Oh, okay. You're just gonna keep getting further. And
No, I was just like, I might doodle.
I have had to pee in the bushes several times during hikes.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I had a fanny pack with napkins because I knew I was gonna have to piss. Of Runyon? Oh, Runyon, I never made it.
That's
was
that
like-
pregnancy.
Running was walking.
Yeah, I was like, nope, can't do it. All right, y'all have a great day. Thank
All right,
you.
Angel, good luck. Have fun.
All right, I gotta hurry up because I gotta be done before Melissa gets here.
I'm glad we're doing this in the layover time.
I know, man.
Y'all gonna be done early today. What
No, I
you
might.
gonna do?
I'm probably gonna work out.
Hey. All right. Josh,
God bless you.
Hit my knee. Goddamn.
Come on, Angel.
Hurt myself. Oh,
So I'm
look
gonna
at my
move
shirt.
this here. Oh, her shirt, Kev.
Are they in this chair?
Oh no, these are yours, I believe. Are those mediums or larges?
I don't know. I haven't looked at them yet. You want me? I'll look at them. Hold on. I'm trying to get this light on.
No, these are yours here, Angel.
Oh, all of these are mine.
Yeah, you can throw away what you don't want.
I don't throw away stuff. Okay.
It's almost hoodie season now.
I know.
Spooky season. I'm gonna go grab a jacket, Josh.
All right.
God bless you.
God bless you. I said this is a podcast studio now. You got a whole other.
Greg built that.
It's fire.
wall. Or this?
This whole
Yeah,
area,
that wall-
this whole thing is a podcast studio.
I know. I was thinking about that too. I was like, man, this is basically what this office is.
It's what it was intended for. We just had a 7-month delay.
Right. But I didn't even tell Greg to do this.
It's fire.
I just saw he was making a video, and I was like, I think these are just laid out on here too.
No, that's true.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, don't please don't pull it.
I didn't see it.
That's
But it looks great. You could.
I remember I had a backdrop like this, but it was really tiny. You could do all your merchandise shoots right there. That's a great backdrop.
I'll take the eggs, the potato, wheat toast. Yeah, that's all. By the time you get back, I'll probably be ready to do the question.
Okay, this is still running. 1,600 people in here just chilling. What kind of omelet? Do you care?
No, just eggs, potato,
Oh, just scrambled eggs?
scrambled egg, potato, and wheat toast.
It's running if you do want to start.
All right. Thank you guys for hanging out. I can't decide if y'all want. Maybe it's my artist eye that just keeps catching the comments of people saying they don't want me to talk about myself. But every time I say, okay, I won't, then y'all be like, but you will. So then I'd be like, maybe I'm tripping. And then I'd be like, nah, I ain't tripping. So yeah, I don't know what to think anymore. Who is this girl I see waiting there back at me? When will my reflection show? You'd be a fool not to take those notes right now. I don't know, man. I just want y'all to enjoy y'all experience. Who I am inside. Oh, when will my reflection? It was one person, Kev. It's always just one person. Cat gonna be on me. Yeah, I got a full suit jacket on. Who I am inside. We already had this talk. I know, Cat. Jeez. Just cut me some slack. I do be seeing comments from 0.1.000000000. The answer is in the name, Kev on Stage Studios. You right. It's the 5% within the 95 that I gotta get used to. Oh, Josh is already recording. I don't even need him. I can just do this. By the way, I saw your comment. I forgot your name. Alvin. I was trying not to interrupt Angel. He said, you don't even see my comment, but I saw it. I saw it, Alvin. I believe it was Alvin. Let me scroll back. Can Angel be on Dear Kev one day? I would love that. The biggest size for the Stage Crew shirts is 4K. I mean 4K. 4X. Oh, you can only scroll so much. Was it Alvin? Oh, it was Alvin. Okay. He commented again. Alvin Lawrence. My bad, bro. My bad. I don't know what you said at first, but I saw you say we're going to miss your comment. And I'm sorry, Alvin. I'm sorry. Alvin, do you forgive me? Alvin, say you forgive me. Alvin. Please. Please. Do you have other lights for Love Hour? Or you use these? Okay. I'll hurry up then.
No, you're good. Because what I can do, it won't take long.
All right.
I can set the chairs and the microphone up. Also, we don't need another mic. We have 5.
We have 5 of these?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought, for whatever reason, I was like, I thought we have another one. But I didn't know if Chia was going to be on it. That's why I thought.
Oh, no.
Okay, yeah,
He didn't mention her.
There's 3 in here, 1 in here, and 1 out here.
Okay, great.
So, yeah, we can make that. And then, because I remember, because we got 5 of these plugs. So I was like, I could have sworn we had another one. I was
Okay.
tripping that we lost one.
All right.
But no, we have 5.
When will my reflection show?
You're good on time-wise, because I can set up when you're doing it.
Okay, cool. So as long as I'm done by a 10.
That's when we're starting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, that's when Melissa will be here. That's when the guest is supposed to be here.
Coming or
Zoom.
hey, no more water?
Please.
Sorry.
I tried. No, I tried.
Saw a turn off.
I
That's
was-
not good. That's not good.
Throw it again because I want to look athletic. Okay. Dominic Ayala.
I want to throw him behind him. Like
I'm sorry, Shannon. You right. Make the 99% suffer. You right. What made me start hiking, Ty? We actually used to go hiking during JoJo's soccer practice, and it was stupid hard. That was like really hard. And it's a great cardiovascular thing. When I work out, I like to feel like exhausted. And that's why I like it. You got that Trump? You got that Trump. I ain't never heard it like that. Evie me. You got that Trump. Yeah. You got that Trump. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's a question. Ooh. Woo. This one's pretty good. People be crazy, man. I honestly cannot believe some of these questions are real. They're real life. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Shiniere. Ah! Regular body is out. All right, here we go. Okay, titties. That was funny. All right, here we go. Hello and welcome to another episode of Dear Kev, the show where I give you the best, worst advice on the planet. As always, you can submit your questions to dearkev@kevonstage.com. For your safety, you will remain anonymous. First question. Dear Kev, I've been in a relationship with my partner for almost 10 years. We are the best of friends, but we haven't had sex in 8 years. We live together and he is a great provider, Now he says that he wants a baby, but I don't want a child by him. I don't really want to hold him back from being happy, but I don't want him to go either. What should I do? You've been in a relationship for 2 years. If you ain't been having no sex in 8 years, oh no, you're not married. Well, I guess you are in a relationship. Here's the thing. Whew. You don't want to have sex with him. You don't want to have a baby with him. But you don't want him to go either? Why? Why not? What is this is what it is. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to highlight it on my own. This is the reason you don't want him to go. He's a great provider. Okay, he ain't Jehovah Jireh, the Lord our provider. He's just Jerome. What I read here is that you just want his provision. You don't want the full relationship with him. You don't want the baby. You don't want the sex. You just want the money. And that's not fair to be in a relationship with a man just for the money. You got to have more going on than just the money. You're using him for his money. There's no but. There's no wop. There's no future. There's no children. You just want him for his providing? Look at yourself in the mirror. Say, do I want to be this person? Do I want to be the person that just has a provider and I don't actually like it? Don't even sound like you like the man. Don't sound like you like him. He just put in on the bills. You're better than that. Or are you? I've said this before. I scratched my nipple too hard. It's a little agitated. Women be trash. You basically said he has money. And for that reason, I want him to stay. Come on. You deserve better. Let that man go and let him provide for someone who loves the full him, not just his wallet. Don't be that way. He deserves better, and so do you. Next question. Dear Kev, I'm going to give it to you straight, no chaser. About 5 months ago, my car broke down due to a timing belt issue. So I ended up getting my dad's mechanic, or rather the family mechanic, to work on my car. The night my car broke down, I gave him a call and he was able to tow me back to his shop. Before calling a ride, I waited around because he offered me a drink and I really wasn't ready to call it a night yet. I had just left a gathering. Long story short, one thing led to another and we ended up working on each other, if you know what I mean. I think she means sex. But she could be like talking about Jenga. I don't know. The sad thing is I was rocking this man's world and bouncing on that peen like my last name was Spalding, Kev. This man is a lonely old man in his 50s, and I'm 30, child. He is a friend of the family and well-respected. I feel so disgusted that I even let that happen. This man texted me in Ebonics asking if I want to take things further because he thinks he could make me happy. Obviously, I'm beyond disgusted, and I could and would never date him. This will stay with me forever, and I won't be able to be around him anymore. But I need to let him know it was a mistake. Or should I ghost him and send a family member to pick up my car? That woman said she was bouncing on that peen like a Spalding. Here's the thing. She said, I am disgusted. Listen, you wasn't disgusted when you was bouncing on that thing, were you? Go pick up your car. Be a woman. Be a big girl. You 30? You 57? Say, hey, Milton, listen, that bounce on that peen was a one time and one time only. I don't know what got into me. You know, you was up in my ignition. You put the key in my exhaust. You started up my carburetor. Smooth operator. Here's the thing. You throw that thing at him, you going to get a discount. He might even pay you. You're like, listen, the car is fixed. Here's $200. You know, my AARP, my Social Security doesn't came in. You know, my AARP give me discounts. You're going to be eating breakfast at 3 a.m. at IHOP with him. You're going to love it. Don't be disgusted. This man got a business. He's good with his hands and his peen. What are you missing out on? Are you really disgusted? Are you kind of like a little bit happy? Do you kind of laugh a little bit? Do you laugh just a little bit? Do you laugh? Milton, I don't want to be with you, but I do. Just see where it goes. Okay, you already done bounced on that peen. See where it takes you. You don't know how, if you, at least until you get a new car. Because he gave it to you strong and long. And that's because he was probably on that Blue Chew. Oh, yeah. Blue Chew is prescribed online by a licensed physician, so you don't have to go to the doctor's office or wait in line at a pharmacy, and it ships right to your door in a discreet package. They're made in the U.S. of A., and since Blue Chew prepares and ships direct, they're cheaper than a pharmacy. No awkwardness, and you don't have to leave the house. Right now, we got a special deal for our listeners. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first shipment free when you use a special promo code DEAR. Just pay $5 for shipping. Now, Milton took that Blue Chew, and he took you to Pound Town. You wouldn't be able to bounce on that peen if that peen wasn't ready. Okay? You were bouncing on them balls because he took a Blue Chew that prepped the balls. Oh, yeah. He needed to be ready. And see, since it was spontaneous, he wouldn't have been prepared if he was using something else. But Blue Chew, he said, oh, butt is on the horizon? Butt is on the horizon? I'm going to take me this little Blue Chew, and I'm going to take you to Pound Town. Population 2, me and you. That's BlueChew.com, promo code DEAR to try it free. Blue Chew is the better, cheaper choice, and we thank them for sponsoring the podcast. Remember, when you support our sponsors, you help make this podcast possible. So please be sure to use our promo code DEAR at BlueChew.com. Take you a trip to Pound Town. Ugh. Sorry, Josh. Next question. Hey, Kev. I love you and all that, but I need some advice. I've been talking with this guy on Tinder for about 2 weeks. Handsome, Hispanic, and some other ethnicity. I didn't ask. Anyways, we were talking about how we were looking for, and both agreed to, NSA type arrangement. Oh, no strings attached. We started talking about kinks and such, and he tells me he has a foot fetish. And I'm like, cool. I won't yuck your yum. Whatever. So we meet up earlier tonight. We talk a bit, drive up to the trails and park. After a bit, we start having heated fellowship. And then he takes my socks off and asks to suck my toes. I never done it before, so I say yes. Oddly, it feels okay. And then later, he puts all my toes in his mouth while laying down the hammer. And I'm still like, this feels foreign, but also not horrible. Should I continue to explore this new kink with this man, or should I just stick to my regular kinks? P.S. He's shorter than me, but he also was hands down the best car sex I've ever had. Listen. You might not know what you like until you try it. You're like, hey, usually my toes, they get no play. But hey, right now, I'll get my toes licked. I'm getting my vag pounded out. It's an odd sensation. I don't mind it. Sometimes in sex, as long as you're like, I'll allow it. That type of sex is like, it's like onion strings. You know, a lot of times on a barbecue sandwich, they're like, hey, we're going to throw some onion strings on. And you're like, fried onion strings? You're like, all right, okay. You don't necessarily go out of your way to ask for fried onion strings, but sometimes you're like, oh, I don't mind that. Like, sauteed onions, things like that. Russian dressing, Thousand Island, things where you don't necessarily be like, I got to have some Thousand Island. But if it has Thousand Island, you're like, I don't mind Thousand Island. That's your feet getting sucked while your vag is getting pounded into oblivion. Short guys have some abilities. They can reach stuff and do stuff. He can put your foot in your mouth. I actually can't even figure out how you see. So you got to bend your foot. I don't know. I don't be sucking toes and smashing oves that often. If you like it, I love it. He seems to like it. I'm too big for car sex. It's just a thing that seems cooler in movies than in actual practicality. It's just really no comfortable way to do it. You know, cars are meant for driving, not riding. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Don't worry about your old kinks. You got new kinks now. Toe sucking and vag busting, and car sexing, hexing. Anyway. Next question. Explore your new kinks with Po Lil Tink Tink. Dear Kev, my cousin and a good friend of mine got married this past January. My wife and I went to a little get together, and another friend of ours proceeded to tell us how my good friend only married my cousin because the woman he really wanted to marry said no. And he said he's also been sending nudes to that same woman. He's a known cheater, but says he's changed. Should I tell my cousin? Absolutely. Blow it up. I'm a big proponent for destroying the family. I want you to ruin this. I want you to record it Thanksgiving. I want you to send it to me. Say, Kev, I told her he was cheating. Blow it up. Record it live on Facebook and Twitter, Instagrams. Have a camera crew there. I love the idea of you destroying his life and her life for truth. She shouldn't be married to him if he's a cheater. Take his phone, print up his nudes, blow him up, set him up in the reception. Soon as people walk in, have the time stamps that he sent it over. Ruin it all, and then say, I did this because I love you. Now, if you're not a professional photographer, you're not sure how to blow those up, then you should use Skillshare. Skillshare sponsored today's episode. Okay? Skillshare is an amazing online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. Okay? I have been spending a lot of time this pandemic on Skillshare. First, I was working on graphic design. Then I was working on photography. Then I took some classes on Photoshop. I've been trying to make sure that I don't have to pay graphic designers for simple designs, okay? Simple things where I'm just making a joke or a quick shirt idea I can make on my own because I use Skillshare. And it's really simple. You know, most classes are under 60 minutes with short lessons to fit any schedule. Skillshare is also incredibly affordable, especially when compared to pricey in-person classes and workshops. An annual subscription is less than $10 a month. Now listen to this. Explore your creativity at Skillshare.com/Kev. And the first 1,000 people to use our link will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. Receive free access to thousands of classes for a limited time. Be one of the first to sign up. The first 1,000 to sign up at Skillshare.com/Kev. Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring the podcast and sponsoring my skills. Next question. Dear Kev, my cousin and good friend of mine got married this past January, which is a question I just read. I'm sorry, Greg. This is the real question. Dear Kev, as we all know, this nation's longtime issue involving melanation is especially on the forefront right now amongst all else. Now, I'm a single guy in mid-20s who's always choicefully been a loner, socially distant type, but not for like awkward or anxious reasons. I've always had people to kick it with, so I've had a few flings with girls, but never any official relationships. All of this quarantine got me thinking about my future and stuff, so I figured I should step out of my comfort zone seeking a partner. The thing is, I've messed up around girls of different racial backgrounds, but now there's one left that I haven't had the urge to attain. And I don't know why it's such a strong urge. As you may be guessing, it is those gals of the melanin deficient gang who even thought of the pursuit. Wait, what? Who even thought of the pursuit has. Okay, this is a mistake. Even the thought of pursuit has me feeling like I betrayed. Whew! I'm dying here. Even the thought of pursuit has me feeling like I betrayed my people and guiltily ashamed of myself. I feel like this man is making up words. I feel like I feel like it'd be. Is that a IT apostrophe D? Is that a thing? It'd be. I feel like it'd be. That ain't real, is it? It'd be? It would. Is that a real one? It'd be? Yeah, like it would be. I feel like it'd be. There's no way. It'd be? I feel like it'd be. Or am I rolling it now? I feel like it'd be unhealthy to enter a relationship with my preferred queen who has the same traits like me while having these desires or thoughts of this unexplored territory. So am I making this? Oh my God. So am I making this a bigger deal than it is? Should I just go find some snow poon and get it out of my system? See, he'd be writing this wrong. It says get it out of me system. No, my system. It says get it. Oh, no, my system is right. Jesus. Whew. Okay. La 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 la. Should I just go find some snow poon and get it out of my system? Or do I tell myself that snow poon ain't nothing special and focus on the end goal? Or can it be both? I know this probably won't make it on the segment, but if you do see it and have a moment to respond, I'd love to hear a few of the billion thoughts that I know that colossal noggin can hold. Stick with black girls. It'd be good for you. Thank you guys for watching the show. It'd be just took me out of here. That last question just eviscerated my mouth. It'd be a problem to continue this pretending I know how to read. It'd be a lie. It'd be too hard for me to be. It'd be. All right. I'll see y'all next time. It'd be is not real, Josh.
It would be, absolutely.
It would be is a real contraction?
Yeah.
It'd be?
I'm going to sign off this.
All right, y'all.